bang, sharp hearts full of pride. On this gridiron, we ain't trying to hide. Quarterback's got an arm like a cannon. Linebacker strike, you don't know what happened. Running back cuts, defenders in the rear. Fans in the stands roar loud and clear. Hit Liberty, run that score high. Orange and black make them wonder why. Hit Liberty, show them what we got. Tigers on the prowl, we can't be stopped. Coach got the plays, got the strategy. Defense like a wall, pure energy. Special teams turning the tide fast. Every single play makes the moment last. Cheerleaders hype, crowd in a frenzy. Marching band plays, beats dropping heavy. Sidelines electric, can't fake that zeal. Tigers on the hunt, it's all so real. Hit Liberty, run that score high. Orange and black make them wonder why. Hit Liberty, show them what we got. Tigers on the prowl, we can't be stopped.
Welcome to another edition of On the 50 and a Week 3 edition, Casey, and you can't be terribly disappointed with your effort on Friday against Eastwood. We were all there. We all saw it. You probably have lots of bland, not sharing a lot of detailed commentary, so we'll get into it. A lot of our fans are like, you going to be able to get something, Casey, to say something like maybe inside the locker room? I go, no, you're never going to get that. He is Jim Tressel and very optimistic and very broad-based, but as you look at that game broadly, you know, what are your couple reflections? I've got some reflections we'll discuss, but what were your reflections?
Well, I thought we made a great deal of improvement from week one to week two, especially offensively. I thought we were much more efficient, a little bit more crisp. You know, certainly things we want to clean up. I thought defensively we were stressed in a good way. You know, we want to play good athletic teams that are going to challenge us, and we definitely got that. And then, you know, we want to clean up some of the penalties and things like that. Some of them are mystery penalties sometimes, and some of them are legit. So,
well, the first 15-yarder looked a little mystery to me.
Well, there's a couple of those, but you know, part of that is, you know, how do you deal with it in game? How do the kids react to it? And so, getting used to that. And seeing how we react, whether it's a good penalty or not, it doesn't really matter. We got to react the right way. So we took a lot of good out of it, and then, you know, you want to find out what is it we got to get better at, and we found a couple of those things as well.
So you've got lots of performances we'll cover, and those are the fun parts. But the unfun part for you and Amanda is the injury piece. And we saw some injuries Friday night, and injuries to a very important position at defensive back. And we talk about all this depth, and we've been pouring praise on depth, the number of kids, and now it's time to dip into that. And boy, did you get some really nice performances once Tyler Orrs went out. I mean, by multiple kids. And of course, then you had additional in-game bumps and more adjustments. That was quite a gymnastic. If you're paying attention, knowing that we lost a fantastic group of 4 seniors last year, that was the big question. How was Liberty going to restock? Of course, you got Thomas Moore in the back end of that, which was a big anchor for you, but you had to kind of retool all these things, and you've done that successfully. Then the injury bug. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, you know, one of the first things I said to the team after the game midfield is how important is depth, and how important is it to be ready when your name is called, because, you know, we have a depth chart, kind of where we're going to go, but when your name is called and you got to go out there and play, it's a little bit different than just knowing, okay, I'm number 2 or I'm number 3 on the depth
going to the
chart.
wall and saying, okay, I'm number 2 tonight. Wait, I'm in the game on important snaps.
Yeah, and you know, I thought our guys did a fantastic job of being ready, and we talk about that a lot. You know, when you're waiting, you have to work. You know, and that's been a key for our success when we've had guys that maybe are backup roles earlier in their career, and then maybe as a junior or senior they get an opportunity to play more. You have to be ready, and it's not just going into that season, I got to work to be ready to play. It's the JV work as a sophomore, or the freshman work as a freshman, and then the scout team work. All of those are reps preparing you to get ready for the bright lights of a Friday if you take that opportunity. And we've got a couple kids that have been waiting and working while they wait, and you know, they showed up on Friday and played really well for us and stepped up.
You're not a guy that likes to just point out individuals. That's not how, you're a team-based guy, and you don't get too caught up in making one individual more important than the next. We know that, but there were some outstanding individual performances. I thought Adam Foster was phenomenal. I mean, there's that guy. There's that guy that's been waiting in the wings, and I think as a young person, when you're not starting, you can be a little dismissive, like, okay, I didn't win that job, and well, I'll get after it again next year or whatever. No, that's not how. You just talked about it. You've got to be ready. Tyler Roars goes down, an extremely important part of our program. Adam steps in and of course you had other guys step in too. You had some sophomores, and talk about how do you guys quick change on that too, on a depth chart?
I don't know that that's us. Part of Adam's success is the fact that that's Adam's personality. He'll do whatever you ask him to do on our team, and when you say we need you to work hard and be a backup, he's going to work his butt off to become the best he can be, and then when his name is called, he's ready to go. Coaching staff-wise, though, we talk about depth chart. We have depth chart. Somebody goes down, who we putting in here? How does that affect other pieces, and where do we move guys? So all of that plays into it, and the assistant coaches do a fantastic job with their position groups. They know, one guy goes down, and okay, now how do we send plays in and out? Who's up next, and then special teams. And I don't think a lot of people see the special teams part of it, but we got to move guys around and get guys in there. And I felt like everybody stepped up and did a great job.
It was pretty seamless, Case. It was pretty seamless, and how ironic we get Cam Foster back from deployment. Mark says, hey, we're going to interview Cam. We're going to talk about his deployment. All of a sudden, boom, his brother gets in the game, and we're like, wait a minute, we got Cam, who we haven't seen. He's in South Africa, literally. He's on the continent of Africa. His brother has played special teams. He's played an important role. Boom, now you're in a big game, in a tight game early, and he's making plays all over the field. So kind of a cool irony for us at LC Tiger Sports. But Adam and other guys, too. Again, you don't, as a fan, you're like, oh, God, everybody was hung on Tyler Roars. We don't like knee injuries. We don't like him rolling on the ground. As a father, I've had 2 kids with him. They're bad. It's just a bad, dark place. Getting him back in that game was optimistic, and then you saw him kind of fall to the ground with no contact. Now you're even, is this even worse? But then everybody got much more optimistic when you saw these kids stepping in. It wasn't just Adam. It was special teams. It was others.
Right.
Maybe talk about that a little bit.
Well, Ty Jackson was another one.
Fantastic.
Adam goes in and then gets the wind knocked out of him.
Here comes Ty.
Ty's
seamless. I didn't even know the difference. I knew that Adam got hurt, but Ty did a great job.
Well, and part of that, you look at the coaches in practice do a great job of rotating guys in. So if we got a 30-play script on defense, our starters are getting X amount, and then we're getting backups, probably not as many as the starters, but enough that they're ready to go if need be, and then we can catch them up to speed on other things maybe they didn't get to practice. But I talked to him. Tom Brady's got the famous clip about, he was frustrated at Michigan early in his career. He was only getting 2 reps, and finally somebody said, you need to stop complaining and make those the 2 best reps you can possibly make them. And then he said those 2 reps turned into 4 reps, and then he made those the best reps he could. And then pretty soon he's getting 10-plus reps, and then he becomes, the Tom Brady we know. And we talk about that. You might only get 6 reps, 5 reps. You better make them the best reps you can. And then you'll be ready for a Friday night. But
that is the process you talk about. I mean, it is not just Friday night starts, man. It's a whole corporate thing, and your kids are prepared. The preparedness of the response of these cornerbacks that had to step in for an alpha starter, a really important player, that was a remarkable thing to see. Now, again, pretty much business as usual for you guys, but as fans, we're like, even commentators, Tyler Roars is an important player. He is an outstanding player on both sides of the ball. Him going down, and we'll talk about wing in a second, he plays a very important part on wing. I just thought that the kids just responded so well.
And I think a lot of that comes down to their hard work in the off season. I mean, if you don't put the time in the off season to prepare yourself for those moments, they don't happen. And I think as a whole, our team is really committed in the off season to making sure they're ready to go.
Well, let's talk about that. And that's what happened at the wing. Of course, Baxter Barrett, my kid, is a wing. He's backed up, the Roars kid, and we love Tyler. And he may not have put in that work in the offseason, maybe on the the playbook and some of those things. Of course, in the weight room, all those things. That kind of caught up to him early in the season. He's now sprinting to catch up. Why? Tyler Roars goes down. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do? And I think that's a big lesson for not just Baxter Barrett, but the entire program. You don't put the work in and you don't know what you're doing, Are you going to help us when we need you? Talk about. I thought Baxter Barrett had a tremendous game blocking on Friday night.
Yeah, he's steadily gotten better every week, and that's what we're looking for is growth. And now, you don't know where Tyler's status is, but we need to find another backup, and we've got some options there, and those kids are going to have to get caught up to speed. But anytime you have an injury, there's always going to be a little learning curve for the backup because they're probably not getting all of the reps that the starter is, and they probably know what they're doing a little bit. Now they got to amp it up even more, and everybody's that way, every position. The bread and butter stuff, but then when you add wrinkles into the varsity throughout the week, the JV guys don't necessarily do those things. Well, now you go from being like a 2 or a JV or a backup into a starting role. You got to learn those wrinkles and things like that. The other part of that too is, everybody, media always asks for a starting lineup. Half the time I don't know who's starting in different positions because I let the assistants take care of that. But I would say, we don't have always a starter and a backup. Sometimes it's, you're both starters. Maybe one guy starts the game, but you got guys that are both starters. I think Baxter's that way at wing and linebacker. We've got wideouts that rotate in and out. D linemen that might not be starters, but they're playing 40% of the snaps. You're a starter, in my opinion. So, some of that is people's perception, but for us, the value is you're a player, not a starter. You're a player.
Your program's pretty functional, process-oriented, and that's how you see it. That's not how we always see it. You got to fight to be the starter. You got to fight to be the number 2 guy. But regardless, the depth really showed up on Friday. 48-14 Liberty Center victory over a very good and athletic Eastwood team. And we've talked about the depth. We've talked about you're very pleased about the week-to-week improvement. But the offensive line, I thought, certain players really stepped in and we controlled the line of scrimmage. I know Eastwood at times. I want to talk to you about that too. So when you run that 5 wide and you're having a lot of fun doing the 7-on-7s, sometimes you forget about defense a little bit culturally, and I think that's what Sam would say. Whoa, we weren't playing a lot of very tough defense in that contest, but you had great guard play. Of course, Spangler gives us great reps. You got 2 great tackles, offensive line, and Nick Miller. That group really stood up this week.
Yeah, they played well and they played better fundamentally. And
yes,
that's the big thing. And here's what else people probably don't realize is. We watched 2 scrimmages in a week 1 game for Eastwood, and they're running a 4-3 defense, and they come out against us in an odd front 5-3, and it's like we practiced all week against this 4-3, and all of a sudden we get a different scheme, and our guys didn't miss a beat, and that's a credit to the coaches and the players, understanding, we got to be ready for anything. Teams are going to load the box on us. We're going to get some looks maybe we think we're going to get, and then we got to be ready for anything. And our offensive line did a great job.
Well, you have a base preseason, as you install all these things, 3-man, odd, just 3 or 5, and you've got a 4-man even look, but then you guys practice those base installs so much that the minute you see something a little different than was on film, and I think this week will also provide you some challenges that you're not maybe accustomed to on a weekly basis. I like the way the Navarre kid played this week. I thought the Swagger kid played well. We're getting reps out of Fitzenreiter, that right guard spot we've been talking about. We've got Max Walker, but Max also needs some breaks. So those guys have got to fill in there. So the guards are really coming. Brad Howe, Todd Spangler, Nick Miller, really putting some work in on some of those I thought the Navarre kid played really well and got a lot of reps this week.
Sure, yeah. And again, who's the starter? Well it
there
doesn't
you go.
really matter.
There's a great example of it right there.
We want 4 guys that can play. It's not a starter, it's who's playing. And, Max Walker is a returning starter from last year, played a lot, but he's also playing heavy defensive snaps. Hopefully we'll be kicking here before too long, but he needs time off the field. We want to save his reps, for really big games and end of the year and things like that. And we also want to develop some depth there. And Henry Fitzenreiter's a kid that is rising star, I think. Lucas Navarre and Deegan Schwager are tough kids that are just getting better and better as they get more reps. Then you bump out the tackle and you got Sawyer Bockelman and Gabe Clapp that are, developing, and then you got Kellen So we've got guys that are out there. Mason Smith is another one that isn't an every down tight end, but he gets plenty of reps.
And
he
he's
does a
big
great
reps,
job.
big important reps. Mason Smith's really showing up, and I like that transition to special teams. The thing that stuck out to me, I just think Brian Hefflinger does a great job. And before him, I thought Paul Emstutz did a great job. But I think Brian's taken it. Again, you're always asking coaches and players next level, what's next? And Brian's done a great job with that group. The coverages look tight. The tackling is getting better. You feel like you got the right personnel in there. You feel like you can switch and insert the minute you got maybe a Baxter Barrett getting more reps. You got a couple other guys that, I love the fact that you guys have those answers all the time.
Well, those guys that have been playing primarily special teams are hungry.
Yes.
They want an opportunity, and when they're out there, you can see they want to be the ones making plays within their role. And Brian does a great job making sure we get the right guys in the right spot, and having guys ready in the backup. So those guys have to understand, and we emphasize how important that is. We had one maybe short kickoff and we didn't cover as well, and we gave them the ball at the 40-yard line, and they were in 4-down territory right away, and that led to, I think, their first score. And I'm on the sideline pulling my hair out because doggone it, the field position was not what we wanted.
You were a big field position guy. And by the way, be careful on the hair. Be careful on the hair.
Well, I know.
You don't want to pull too much of that out.
Trust me, I know. But, I think guys saw me getting physically upset, like this is not where we want to start.
A little more animated. More animated.
But that's because that's how important that is.
Yeah, for sure. Love the returners, too. When we talk about injuries, so Tyler Werg goes down. We've highlighted the two answers in Ty Jackson and Adam Foster, which were fabulous. Those were fabulous stories. But you've also got Isaiah Badenhop, who really is a rising star on this team. You talk about sophomores, and he's one of them. And he got banged up with a jaw thing. And I talked to his dad this weekend, and he's in good shape. But, again, there's one of your answers in that deeper depth chart that you have tons of confidence in. You've got him in this return game. You've got him all over the field. So he goes out, and there's just another – so there's just guys that you have answered. When those answers start coming off the board and you have quality answers like Ty Jackson and Adam Foster, that gives you some solace, I'm sure.
Yeah, and when you have an injury, but you think, we got some depth. Well, once somebody's hurt, that depth starts to deplete a little bit.
Yes.
So you went from, okay, we feel good, we got 3 guys that can play, and now we're down to 2 because one of those is out, or whatever the number is. So, but – thank goodness Isaiah's probably going to be okay, but for that game he wasn't, and so you got to be ready. And he was a guy that is rotating in on offense, our number 2 receiver, number 3 receiver, and then our number 2, 3 cornerback, and then he's out, and he's our number 1 returner on special teams and things like that. And how important is a returner? We want to put guys back there that we feel confident can catch punts and kickoffs, and that's a huge role for him. And then we had to find somebody else.
He's one of our speed guys too, like a guy that can really run. Isaiah Badenhop can really run.
Yeah, his smart and ball skills are really, really good. So that's a big piece to what we're missing, and hopefully he'll be okay. But we had guys step up in the return game, and we had a little bit of depth, and again, guys want to be out there, and they relish that opportunity.
Am I missing something? But this program talks about kickers. And Max Walker gets a little banged up, and we're all kind of scrambling, and you're getting some Caden Crime-Brink doing some NFL punts this weekend, but you're just going, what? Okay, we were banking. Max Walker, he won us the Archbold game a couple of years ago. Like himself solely won that game. I know you would argue that, and maybe I'm overstating it, but he had such a good game against Archbold, was it 2 or 3 years ago here? Just punted them into jail all day long, kicked them off into jail. He's not kicking against Tenora. We're like, Brian and Babcock and I are like, what is the answer? And you have Caden do some things, but all of a sudden Max Perry shows up. Those kicks look good. Those aren't just getting over the crossbar. That isn't the Rex Lindgren 94 version of just give me the extra point. You remember those days. Half the time we didn't even kick and we weren't very good. We've got some good kickers, Case.
Well, those are kids that have put in a lot of work, and Coach Russell has worked with Max, and it was like, I wouldn't mind trying this, but he put the time in.
Yeah.
And
Tom Russell's legit. I mean,
Yeah.
We don't talk about Tom Russell a whole lot. He just looks really good in his golf outfits down there with his deep dark tan, and he's always talking with Guy can coach a little bit. He knows a few things about kicking.
Yeah, he knows the fundamentals of kicking, and he's very good at seeing where guys need to work and what the flaws might be if they're they miss and why they missed and how to correct. But those guys have to put the time in, and it's one thing if Coach Russell's available, but you got to show up and put the work in, and we've got guys that do that. Caden a year ago at Otsego punted the dirt and hit a line drive for about 10 yards, and then Friday he booms one.
Oh my gosh!
It looked like Pat McAfee.
He did. Jigs is like, whoa.
Well, I mean, I don't hear a lot on the sideline. When he punted that, I could hear the whole crowd going, whoa.
Yeah, something different.
And probably the most impressive thing is he got it to die.
He did.
I mean, it didn't bounce into the end zone. It hit and kind of just.
He sandwiched it.
Yeah, put it right inside the 5, which was great. And that's to me, that's the most important thing is where do we down that ball at? It's not how high did you kick it, how far. Where are we down?
Well, the coverage teams have so much time to get to it. Everybody thinks of you as a defensive coordinator because you did that for so long. And then you become the head coach and the play caller, and you do that. That's what we do here. But I think you probably put much more emphasis on special teams than people know. Like, I watch you. That is a very, very important part of the game as the head coach. I mean, Brian's locked in, Riggs, Ryan Miller. There's a lot of responsibilities, but you are very connected to that group.
Well, honestly, I think my first year I tried to kind of do the special teams, and I thought I can't do this. So, I delegated that to Paul Amstutz and now Brian Hefflinger, and basically just let those guys take care of it. So anything you see good in the special teams really isn't my doing. Now we emphasize it and we put time in, but
you're watching.
Yeah, I'm
you're
watching.
Not just getting a glass of water looking at injuries. You're very focused.
Guys
on it.
know what the philosophy behind it is. It's field position. We got to cover. We want to flip field, and we got to be prepared and really solid in those areas. And snapping, we got to have great snaps, and that's something as a snapper in high school, I can help out a little bit with that and identify, what we're looking for.
Well, look at storylines of games. This one was injuries for me. I mean, it was a great performance. You've talked about that, but the defensive effort by Matt Bryan and staff, of course, you're overseeing that. Ryan Miller, it was a great game plan to beat what I considered a big-time threat in Eastwood. That's a team that's won a lot of games, 11-2 last year. They got a bunch of guys that can do a lot of things, and we stymied them a lot in the passing game.
Yeah, we gave up a couple plays here and there.
You knew you would, though.
That's a really well-coached team. Schematically, it's they know how to find holes and how to find matchups and things like that. I thought up front we shut down their run game, kind of made them one-dimensional.
Yep.
And then, on the back end, we changed up some coverages there in the second quarter that I think helped us out a lot while also being able to stop the run. And it took a little bit of pressure off of our corners a little bit, what we did, and helped us get some stops. But, that's a dynamic offense, and it's a dynamic team athletically, so to hold them to 14 is a pretty big accomplishment.
Yeah, Ryan Miller with the snipers, and you obviously help out with the defensive backs, and you got Chris Riggy. It just takes a big effort from all your coaches to be able to put Eastwood in jail like that. It was a really good defensive effort. Let's switch gears here. Big win, 2-0. That's not what you never talk about that. You're always looking forward. So it's like, are we 2-0? I don't remember because I'm preparing for the next team.
Our focus is not 2-0. It's we're a 2-win team.
Yeah.
At the end of the season, if we say we're a 2-win team, are we satisfied?
No, you're not.
No, and so, that's what we are.
Did I just get lectured to as a commentator? Like I think we're 2-0. I felt lectured to. Thanks for the lecture.
We're a 2-win team.
A 2-win team. Big victory. Let's kind of close out here a little bit with Otsego. You couldn't be more different. I mean, all this preparation, 4 or 5 wide motion here, great quarterbacks, mobility, athletes, the edge. This Otsego team's going to play an option, almost like Service Academy, dive, pitch, athletes in some space at times. Talk about what you're going to see against Otsego.
Well, like you said, it's going to be the complete opposite of what we saw against Eastwood. It is a Service Academy offense. It
looks like Army to me.
Yeah, it's dive to the fullback. It's option to the motion back, and it's quarterback keeping it on the option, or he'll follow the fullback through the hole. That's basically the offense. I can probably count on one hand how many times they've thrown the ball this year.
Yeah.
So
and didn't even look that good. They don't even want to do it.
No, I think they completed one pass, then they threw a pick, and that's about it. And so, but when you fall asleep there and they hit a pass, it's going to be huge. So
Huge.
we got to be option football. You have to be extremely disciplined. You got to have people responsible for stopping the dive. You got to have people on the quarterback. You got to have people on the pitch man, and you got to cover the pass. And when you don't do one of those things, it becomes a big play. I think Coach Miller figured out 1 out of every 4 of their plays is 10-plus yards. So 25% of the time, they've got a play that's getting them a first down, and that's scary. And they've got good athletes. The quarterback is quick as a water bug. The halfbacks are fast and athletic, and then their fullback is just a bowling ball. He's a bruiser. The line isn't super big, but they're athletic and they're aggressive. And that's why I think they do this offense. When you're a little bit undersized up front, it kind of equalizes things because you got to play good assignment.
Their offensive line's getting out on people. They're getting to the second level. They may not be running you down, but they're in your way enough to give those creases. The other thing I thought about when I watched them play was that that's a kind of not a new offense for them, but they're evolving. They look really good against Tenor. A lot of execution, and like you said, it shortens the game. Mm-hmm. They don't want Liberty Center scoring 800 points. Otsego has been very good against us. I mean, traditionally, a couple of years ago, we had a war over there at 9-0 after a field goal late. This is going to be a quick game. Unlike Eastwood, right. Clock always stopping this is going to be 2 running teams trying to own possession, time of possession.
Yeah, I think Coach Rutherford knows what his team's strengths are. I think he wants to minimize our possessions, and they're going to try to bleed the clock and just move the chains and put points on the board when they can. He knows what he's doing. He's coached in plenty of big games, and he's been extremely successful, and they're going to be fundamentally sound. So it's going to be a tough game for us. Well,
again, they're a 2-win team as well, not 2-0. Liberty Center this Friday at home against a very game Otsego team and an offense that we don't get to see a lot. But a lot of us older guys like running the football and blocking and all those things. You're going to see that this week against Otsego. Again, Liberty, a 2-win team, Otsego, a 2-win team. This Friday night, we'll see what we got. It's a very interesting matchup. The Rutherfords kind of made football at Eastwood.
Yeah.
And they left. And they're trying to remake Otsego, and they look pretty good doing it. Good luck this week, Friday.
Thank you.
Good luck this week, Coach Mueller, this Friday. Very interesting game for us.
Sure.
Good evening, football fans. It's Northwest Ohio, it's Liberty Center, Rex Lindgren Stadium, and of course Kip Kern Field in the most beautiful, picturesque stadium, the setting, the black hole, the pit. This is Liberty Center, and this is Tiger football. We're coming on tonight, taking on the visiting Otsego Knights from Grand Rapids, Tontogany, and parts unknown. Orange and black, we've said it all a million times. A great matchup here. 2 teams, 2-0, both trying to get into the driver's seat. Otsego with a good program for a long time, but they're coming into the big house, buddy.
I don't know how many games. I think I've blown this 4 times, but I think it's 38 straight wins. I think
you're right.
We haven't lost a league game since. I mean, there's a lot of numbers out there. You're going to get lost in it, but when you get here and you see this, Jigs, and you played and I played, and they were glory days, but does it get any better than looking out this window, seeing a packed house, youth football waiting to come out?
Yes.
Otsego showing up there 2-0. What's this look like to you?
Well, I told you before we went on the air here that this is as good of a setting as there is anywhere in Northwest Ohio, and I would stack it up there anywhere in the state. The intimate feel. You got the trees, you got the field, the fans. It's fantastic every time you come here.
Spike Whitman, Otsego, like Eastwood last week, no stranger to good football.
Oh,
no stranger to good football. They start out 2-0 this season. Big wins against Bowsher and Tenora. They've been a little off their game, but won league championships, I think, in 20 and 21. Coach Koke ran that program. He's a Hall of Fame coach. Now we've got Craig Rutherford and his dad, Jerry Rutherford, legendary Eastwood coaches. Jerry, a Hall of Famer, won 227 games at Eastwood. Craig's won 60 here at Otsego.
a lot of winning culture from Otsego in this building tonight.
Absolutely. That school has been a great football school. In the last 10 years, Liberty Center's overall record without playoffs now to keep it fair, Liberty Center's 8-2 over the last 10 years. Otsego at the same time is 7-3.
Yes.
And they play schools, the likes of Genoa, Oak Harbor, Eastwood. That's a good league over there. And so this is going to be a good matchup. These guys can score points. It's the matchup, and you guys talked about it in your podcast, 2 running games. Slightly different, but 2 running football games.
Let's talk about what you see in the option tonight from Otsego. A complete opposite of what you saw last week against Eastwood. Eastwood throwing the ball 75% of the time. That was the only success they had, was throwing the football. Tonight, Craig Rutherford wants to establish the running game, control possessions. I think they're in this thing for first downs. This offense is about first downs and clock. What do you see out of Otsego offensively?
Yeah, this is a team that's not interested in passing the football. You're going to see some running formations tonight. You're going to see some split outs, but they're going to be tight to the tackles on the end. You're going to see a lot of motion with the backfield and the wings. And it's similar to Milan Edison's offense last year, where it's heavy quarterback, where he's going to be faking a lot to the dive man, which is the fullback. He can pull it, keep it himself. He can option it to the motion man, and he can also make a short little throw out of that. So this is a team that wants to run the football, and they want to do it in they want to trick your eyes at times. You have to be disciplined football on defense, know your role, know your man that you're supposed to be accounting for, and stick to him.
Let's talk about the threats. I think it's important. They've got some game breakers in this offense. You think, well, option football, Army, Navy, Surface Academy, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They want to do a lot of that, Jigs. But they have the ability to go deep and score touchdowns on simple runs. Keegan Hutton, 6 foot, 142-pound senior, is an explosive runner. Last year ran for 1,073 yards, caught passes for almost 300 yards. A very effective weapon and definitely a home run threat. Chris Kazmaier is that big fullback that loves to run it in between the guards. And, you've got to honor that dive first. You talked about eye discipline. You talked about responsibilities. I know that Matt Bryan, Casey Moeller have been talking about that all week. Grady Franks, sophomore quarterback, really good ball handler, not the best thrower, but does a really good job on this offense. And finally, number 5, Mason Kramer, a 6 foot, 170-pound athlete who also is a game breaker. You got 2 guys that can go the distance, a good quarterback and a really good fullback. That sounds like an option game to me.
Yeah, for sure. And the quarterback's kind of a smaller stature guy. He's 5'8". A lot of times he can get lost in behind that line, and he's tough to see. We saw that with Edison's quarterback last year, where he can kind of sneak up in there. He can keep it, and he surprises you and gets right by you.
First early play last year.
And they really try to get Kramer and Hutton on the outsides. You're going to see a lot of pitches to them, try to get them outside, use that speed. And if they can break one tackle, they have the speed to take it to the house.
I've got a question. We're going to see 2 running games, but they're going to be a lot different, I would think. Liberty Center's predicated on power, not as much deception as a lot of people, but they're going to simply run it at you, and then kick something out. Now, if I understand this from a fan standpoint, their running attack is all different. They're maybe not be able to grind it out in the trenches, but like Buck used the term home run, they want to gash you. They want to hit that 50-yard run. They might only gain 3 yards 2 times, 3 times in a row. Is that correct? Is that what we're looking at?
It is. I actually think that they want to lull you to sleep with the fullback. All of a sudden, they've got a wing reverse, a guy that comes in motion, kick to the outside, get to the numbers, and he's gone. They've got 2 guys that can go the distance on any play wide. I think the game for Otsego today is outside run.
Yes.
Outside run, and hoping that deception you talk about, that we don't have the kind of discipline. And I think Eric Weimer, Brian Hefflinger, Casey Moeller, I think our defensive coaches, Ryan Miller at the sniper position this week, they have been tasked and film studied on discipline and do your job, read your keys, but don't be a hero. You be a hero, Spike, and that's when you get the touchdown. And we've seen that in game film with that Otsego. Let me talk about their offensive line briefly. Not guys that will get on top of you and drive you, but very athletic Jigs. They get to the second level. They don't hurt you. They don't drive you to the ground, but they create a lot of running lanes with their speed and athleticism. Otsego's offensive line is athletic. Talk about that a little bit.
And it's a quick hitting run game. So you're right. They're not asked to hold blocks for 3 seconds
or drive guys down the field.
Exactly. It's a quick block for a second, get up to the next level, and that running back is going to be by you.
It's setting a pick in basketball.
Yeah, very
exactly
similar.
What it
That's
is.
right.
Okay.
You're not going to see pulling guards. You're not going to see that. So we're pulling 2 guards a lot of times, leading up on a run play.
Right.
You're not going to see any of that tonight. It's going to be straight ahead blocking, trying to get to the second level.
Hey, guys, I already have people calling me and texting me and whatever. This is our drone cam you're seeing right here. So this is our high.
Looks fake.
I have to say,
It looks fake. It's so pretty.
release the Krakens!
Spectacular.
Yeah,
view,
so this will be what we'll have integrated in our gameplay. This is the drone cam that you're seeing right now. People are like, what camera are you using? What are you doing? Who's doing that?
It looks fake.
So-
it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
It really does.
It's really cool. And we're gonna get a good shot of our youth football team coming out on the field. But yeah, this is our live drone cam that we've got up now. It's an addition to the Tiger Sports Live lineup.
Fantastic.
Spike, until we get to the national anthem, let's talk about Liberty's defense, how dominant they were last week. You had great performances by the defensive line. Hunter Spangler was spectacular. Cifuentes, Dippy had a big game. Kellen Weimer's getting more comfortable. All the linebackers led the team in tackles. Snipers were perfect last week. Liberty's defense was really on their A game. They're going to have to be again tonight, Spike.
Well, as a team, it was terrific, and it was well documented in the film room Saturday morning that we did a pretty darn good job. But 100% reversal of roles tonight, playing an entirely different style. This week in practice, all 3 nights, 85% of every night was devoted to the defense.
Yes.
Staying in your lanes, like you mentioned, staying home, being able to work in tandem back and forth. I never saw a practice that devoted to defense only.
Jigs, when you play an option like this with a couple of elite athletes that can run, you played a rover position, in college. You were a Division II player for 4 years. I played a Mike position. I was the A-gap run filler back in the old days. Today it's a little bit different. Offensive linemen operate differently. Talk about the most important position on defense tonight.
Yeah, well, I think your rovers, your corners, and your outside linebackers are going to get the most pressure because they really want to make that tackle come down, and then they're going to option a lot of times either that outside tackle or that sniper. He's going to be the option guy. So that quarterback's going to be leading out. He's going to see what that sniper does. If the sniper goes to the back, quarterback keeps it up inside. If the sniper comes and takes the quarterback, he's pitching that, and that's when you get that outside run. That's when they can hit off the outside. So outside defense
to the
tonight.
old Oklahoma, Nebraska,
It is.
Yes.
wishbone offense.
It's a wishbone with essentially one running back. The wishbone would have 2 back there, but they run wings. So it's a little bit of a hybrid wing option, a little bit different than the 70s with Oklahoma and Nebraska, but in a way very similar.
Yes.
Back then those offenses had incredible threats at quarterback. This quarterback, not as much of a threat to hit a home run. I'm very concerned about Keegan Hutton and Mason Kramer. I think they have the ability to outrun people, and if we don't stay in our lanes and have discipline in our run gap responsibilities that you saw on Saturday, that could create problems for Liberty Center's defense tonight. Here comes Otsego. This is a good matchup. Playing Otsego, they're a lot like us. Country school, same size.
Yeah. Oh,
similar,
yeah.
They just don't have that one community in the center of town like we do, like Liberty Center does. But this has been a very good team for us to be matched up with.
Otsego was
over
a
the years.
Division IV school for a long time. It's only been in the last several years they dropped down to 5.
Mm-hmm.
So they're one of the bigger schools. And they've always had good talent.
Jigs, they're going to try to run a 4-3, 4-4 against us. Even front, nose guard won't be covered. I'm guessing they're going to cover the nose guard.
Yep.
Liberty just dominant up front last week and could really push the guys around. I think you'll see a much more committed run defense tonight from Otsego.
Yeah, you have to. I think similar to Tenora, where you just gotta guess, you gotta blitz linebackers
like Tenora did.
and take chances. I think you're going to see that tonight from Otsego.
Spike, you see what we have here? Youth football ready to come out.
baby, the Star Spangled Banner, the second all-time greatest song ever.
What's the first?
I knew somebody would ask it. How great thou art.
There you go. I like that. Very good. Good choice. The Liberty Center Youth Football League ready to line up and run out. This is where the journey begins for our Liberty Center football program. It's great to see them participate, Spike. And look at them.
Oh, baby, here they come.
Oh, man.
It don't get no better than this. Here comes that junior bunch. They elementary athletic, the football squad coming through. Horde after horde. Thousands of them. And now here they come, dressed in orange and black. The black tops, the orange pants. It's your Liberty Center Tigers.
Oh, man, you knew they were going to get – you got so many youth players out there. He got right back. I got his shoe knocked off. He got up and ran off the field. So it's always exciting to see youth football participate with the varsity kids, and the community gets to see their participation. They love being on the field.
Tell
with
our
those kids.
fans from all over the country how much the youth football program has meant to Liberty.
Oh, yeah.
You've been a staunch backer.
Well, since 2010, we had 87 kids. Now we're annually over 210 kids participating.
You're kidding.
We start them in
Wow.
pre-K at 5 years old. They come out, hold a hand shield. It's the best thing you've ever seen. They're playing flag football to 5th grade. They play a little bit of tackle in 5th and 6th. But you know what? We keep them hungry. We don't play them too much. It's an 8-week season, and everybody gets behind it.
Yeah, love it, love it. Boy, I'll tell you what, there's 2.5 minutes to go before kickoff. The aura, the emotion that you get here in Tiger Stadium. This tonight is going to be Kip Kern-style football. Two smash mouth, well, especially Liberty, but using the blocking schemes that Otsego does. This is a game for the ages. There won't be a better game than this for a long time.
Well, it's 2-2-0 teams, and I'll tell you what, the Rutherfords are building something at Otsego.
Yes, we talked about
they're building something.
back in time, going back in time against the grain.
Back to the future here a little bit. All these teams, Spike and Jigs, are built to go 5 and 4 wide, and they don't really want to hit people. They don't spend a lot of time hitting in practice. It's just something they want to keep their athletes healthy. Liberty is not that way. Liberty is very physical, a la Rex Lindgren, Norm Decker, Minor Kirshner, Ron Rollins. I mean, that's what this program, this community has been built on, is hard hitting. That's why we love watching the kickoff coverage team.
Yep.
Otsego, though, with Jerry on the staff. Jerry's the dad, Hall of Famer. They've named the Eastwood Stadium after him. And his son, Craig Rutherford. Craig is 60-12 as a head coach from Eastwood and Otsego. These are Hall of Fame type coaches. So I think talking to Jerry a little bit and reading his commentary in some of the preseason magazines and newspapers, Spike, he wants to take this program back to its roots. Let's get back to Coach Koke. Let's hit. Let's be physical. Let's own the line of scrimmage. And this Otsego team has made great strides doing it.
All right. Well, Liberty Center's offense. We'll see a different type again tonight, from a different type of defense. The question is, how well are they going to be able to stop us on the ground? I know last year they had a lot of injuries, but they gave up 6 yards a carry. But again, the gauntlet that they had to run through when you had Clyde in there on that in their opponents, that was a tough schedule.
Well, and they started out 4-1 last year. Obviously we got them pretty good, but they're on the verge of winning 7-8 games this season in that league with the way they play. They're more physical. That conference hasn't seen a ton of that, so I think Otsego is a rising program with the Rutherfords.
You got Hutton back here, number 8, returning this. Keep an eye on him. He's got speed. Well, interesting to see if we kick away from him on this kickoff.
He scored 13 touchdowns last season.
Yeah, this guy can find the end zone. He can really move.
Out of all the strengths, Spike, that Liberty Center has, and they've got many of them, this coverage team is one of them. This coverage team does a fantastic job, and it looks like we're going to get Max Walker kicking tonight. This is the first night we'll see Max back kicking.
Interesting.
And I think he's been a little banged up on that kicking leg. So tonight, get Max back. Fantastic.
Well, he looked pretty good in field goals, working on that early on. Max is your ultimate warrior. He's the kind of guy that's what Kip Kern football is all about.
Oh, yeah, Swiss Army knife. This guy is great at everything he does. I love his motor. Max Walker, a big-time team leader for us.
Okay, here we go. High, long, end over end. That's going to come all the way back to the goal line. Into the end zone, it'll come out. Wow, what a boomer right off the get-go. Woo, baby.
I fell in love with Max Walker here a couple years ago. He was a sophomore, and he kicked us to victory against Archbold. I think that was a 15-6 game, and everything he did turned to goal. Punting, kickoffs, man, oh man, he hurt Archbold that night. Great kick by Max Walker.
Once again, starting at their own 20.
Love seeing number 22, Caden Sonnenberg, back in this lineup at sniper.
Yep, Foster will see a lot of action tonight, too, number 20.
Looks like that is him on the other side of the corner there,
Yeah,
Spike.
Yeah.
Isaac Orth, the other sniper. So watch those snipers tonight.
Yep. This
All
is an
right,
Isaac Orth type of
Otsego
game here.
comes out, ball at their own 20-yard line, looking into the sun. You got 2 wings and a fullback. Give. Right up the middle, and that's going nowhere. Stop right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
That's a big advantage for Liberty tonight, Jigs, is the defensive line. You're just not going to be able to move them. So inside run is going to be really difficult. That's why we talk about they want to go quick, tempo, and get the ball outside to their athletes.
Yeah, now that looked easy. Run it up the middle, we eat them up.
Yep.
But wait till they start those gashing stuff. Buddy, this is dangerous material here. All right, they take their time.
No huddle.
We got Gary with a hand in the dirt
Play
here.
clock down to 10. They've got a wide out to either side, but double wing set with a single setback. Now give straight
There
up
it
the
is.
middle. A lot of running room right up the middle. Hit right there by Moeller and at the 30-yard line, and that'll be a gain of 10, and that'll move the
I'm
chain.
telling you what, right now, this is what Otsego wants to do. First downs, run the clock, possess the football, and you're going to give them first downs off the guard there, Jigs. It's going to be difficult for us.
Yeah, that opened up. That was a big hole there. Not
Well,
sure
you
exactly
got,
what
as you
happened.
talked about, you got your Sam and Cruz with his hand down, so now you're depending on 2 linebackers, and they ran basically inside Walker there, or outside Walker.
Lucas Navarre in there on the defensive line, along with Weimer and Schwager. So 1st and 10 from their own 30. Now motion. Give right up the middle. A hit right there. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Good
And they'll
job
pull
there.
him over backwards. Woo!
You know, it's almost like they'll give that play up
Yep.
to get something. They
That's
haven't
right.
run it yet, but you just can,
coming.
feel it. It's coming.
Yep. Great tackle there, Caden Sonnenberg playing
Tigers
at the line of scrimmage.
had their lightweight defensive line in there. Now they got the heavyweights in there. They got the varsity.
I expect them
You
to
got-
test the perimeter here pretty quick, Spike.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You see though, you're
2
right.
minutes gone already off the clock, and they've only ran about 4 plays.
Taking the time, run the clock down.
Quarterback comes up under center. Wing motion this way. Go right up the middle, and he.
There's a fumble.
Oh, wow, whoa. Boy, did I buy the fake of the fullback.
Isaac Orth, and you talked about it. That's his
Great
play.
job. It's a great job. He's all over
Negative
it.
play. You start pitching the ball around. You start exposing yourself to potential turnovers.
Well, I don't know who the quarterback player was there, but they stuck him, and he kind of had to rush that, made a bad pitch, and that's how quick. Those plays are so fast.
Loss
I mean,
of
it's
5.
it's that dive down, and boom, he's pitching that thing, and it is quick.
Now, you've made the comment in the past few years, Buck, about you don't want to play behind the chains.
they're
With this
behind.
offense, you certainly don't want to be on 3rd and 15.
No.
Watch your reverse and your screen game here.
Keeps
There's your
it.
pitch.
Now
Oh,
pitches
Oh,
out.
boy.
It's a
Oh,
fumble
boy.
and falling on
Great
is
job of
Sonnenberg.
Sonnenberg.
It's Liberty Center's football on a bad pitch.
Man, oh man! Again, you know the sophomore kind of,
Can't panic.
he kind of panicked a little bit, and just very impressive job by Caden Sonnenberg being right on time
Who
there.
nailed
was.
the quarterback, forcing that bad
I'm not
pitch?
sure. Can we see that again, Cole?
See if we can see
From- yep.
the quarterback. Who gets him? Maybe it's Kellen Weimer. Oh, yeah.
Sure was.
Kellen put the pressure on and just a
Yeah,
bad.
Weimer, yes. All right.
They almost
so
had that
Liberty
blocked
Center
up.
Catches a break. Now we've got to cash in the ball at the Knight 22-yard line.
Now, this is where Liberty is tremendously advantaged. Otsego not very big up front.
Nope.
Kreinbrink out of the gun. Now the Tigers shift over into a wide out to the far side with Gray and a single setback. Double wing package. Jet sweep fake. Route rolling out. Kreinbrink gets rid of it and caught!
Nice throw.
Kreinbrink was going down. He was in the grass. Still got rid of the football.
I'll tell you what, that looked like a ball hit the ground, but great cradle there. But there was a misblocking assignment on that rollout. Casey's going to look at that thing and not be very happy with it.
Was that Gray?
I think it was Ethan Gray on the catch, yeah.
That's good for 7 yards, we'll call it. Second down and a short 3. Tigers with Sonnenberg and Old Crew wide out to the far side. Single setback out of the gun. Now wing motion. They're going to give it on the wing reverse. Coming up is Barrett. Barrett runs into interference at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll get him a yard at least on that, so that makes it third down and a long one.
That looked a little clunky on the handoff there. You know, again, not maybe as clean as you'd like to see it up front. There was some penetration, and Otsego won that snap.
Tackle is Clapp on the right. Weimer the tackle on the left. Now motion with Barrett. Pitch sweep to Cruz. Cruz breaks one tackle, pounces over another, carries
Touchdown.
2 more. He's into the end zone. It's a Liberty Center Tiger touchdown.
See that again, Cole, if we can. Let's watch the right side. Watch the blocking here. You got the wing in motion, a big kick out. Boom, Baxter Barrett, and then basically getting a Kellen Weimer.
Navarre, big block.
Kellen Weimer
No, that was
pancakes
Spangler.
his guy. Here comes the drone view. Here comes
like
Baxter
this.
with a kick out. And here comes the guys. Look at that.
Spangler.
Kellen Weimer.
Oh,
man, Spangler. Big block. Pancake.
That is beautiful. That
Wow.
deep in the air.
That was a sweet replay right
Now
there.
the extra point kick attempt. Walker back. Good snap, good hold, line drive kick, and all the way over the bleachers, way into the background near the fence, and the Tigers with the 7:46 mark take a 7-0 lead.
I don't know that Casey would be all that happy with those first 2 plays. He had a rollout off of some motion, and Caden Kreinbrink, thank God, is so strong that he was able to stand in there with 2 guys pawing him down, and then you've got that 5 power with Baxter from the wing. There was penetration there. That handoff wasn't on time. A lot of these plays in the wing T jigs, it's about timing.
Yep.
You know, when you bring guys in motion, you got to be on time and hit those blocks. But Liberty with Garrison Cruz, I mean, really, he's the answer to all your problems, is he not?
Yeah, he is.
You got a problem, you call up Garrison Cruz, and he's an eraser, man. He just runs through people.
I like that drone footage for the run game. You can see these linemen getting downfield. You saw Hunter Spangler's pancake there, where you may not be able to see that from.
Yeah, well, that's that end zone view you like. That drone gives you elevation end zone.
That was beautiful.
I do have to give a shout out. Colton Bly's out there on the drone.
Yes.
Our recent FAA, pilot.
Certified.
Well, he's certified something. He's also listening, so.
I like it, Colton. Yeah, we'll see what Otsego does here. Obviously, you're going to try to get your young quarterback, sophomore quarterback, composed. You can't have him making decisions like that and turning this ball over, giving Liberty Center a short field.
Otsego, Spike, needs something. They're going to have to rely on their best athlete. And this could where they get it in the special teams game.
Yeah, now they've got bloodied a little bit. We'll see how they – another long boomer, and that's 5 yards deep in the end zone. Holy Matilda. The kick man is back.
Tell you what, when you don't even have to cover, he kicked that ball to Anthony Wayne High School. Good grief, man. That extra point looked good, too. Wow. Welcome back, Max Walker, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right, now let's see what series number 2 for the Otsego Knights. We'll see what they dole up. You were looking for some wide stuff. Maybe it's time they open it up a little in their own running football style way.
Keegan Hutton's got to touch it here.
Wide out to either side, motion this way.
Quarterback keeps
Good
it. Cut.
He bursts out there. He's got running room. Foster out there trying to run him down, and the Tigers finally run him out with Wanazak over the 45-yard line.
See that again real quick? Let's take a look at that run. That's the inside run that I didn't think they could get done. Watch this quarterback keep it in a great cut.
Yep.
And they caught a sniper inside, and good job. Otsego's offensive lineman will get on you. You've got to get them off, and you've got to get flowing. And I think we had a couple guys out of position there. Mason Smith got caught inside. Snipers have got to do their job here.
All right, so it's a 1st and 10 at their own 45 after that gain of 25. Double wing set, single setback. Tigers jump but get back. And now they look to the huddle again. Play clock down to 4, 3, 2.
Timeout.
And they'll be forced to use a timeout.
Well, this is not surprising, Spike. They don't want Liberty to get the ball. They're just going to continue to run this clock down. They won't even get in a traditional huddle half the time. They're just going to work that play clock. And, again, this is smart coaching staff. Craig Rutherford, been around the block. His dad, Hall of Famer, 10 league titles over there. I think it's called the NBC. And these guys know how to coach football. And so far, so good. They've got 2 inside runs.
Yeah.
Surprised me. That quarterback did a nice job cutting back. That lane was there for him.
Well, it is. It's just such a quirky offense that you're not used to seeing.
Yep.
And we've seen it at the college level how many times Army, Navy, you go play
They're competitive.
top 25 teams and they compete
They're
because
competitive.
it's not something you're used to seeing, not something you're used to
Now,
practicing against.
will this style, this slow down style, will that get our defense chomping at the bit? Are we going to get over eager?
Well, you did see us almost jump off sides on that snap. It's a great question, Spike. We want to get after people, and they want you to be patient. So we knew we're an aggressive defense. We want to jump and bury people. Otsego wants to kind of lull you to sleep and kind of slice you up like a nice pair of scissors. And so far, so good for Otsego. Those are some nice plays they've schemed up against this defense.
All right. 7:06 left here in the first quarter. Tigers lead at 7-0. But Otsego with the ball at their own 45-yard line. Wide out to either side with a double wing and a single setback. They're going to run power up the middle, and that's only maybe a yard.
Not much doing. Spike,
So
you saw
Again, they're setting the table.
Yeah.
Look out.
You saw Gary Cruz that time. He had quarterback responsibility. Another thing in this offense, if a quarterback wants to carry out the fake, you
gotta
can hit
him.
You got to hit him. That way he doesn't
Wear
want to carry the
him
fake
down.
out anymore, and then he starts turning the ball over. So Gary was all over in that time.
All right. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 now. Same formation. Motion the other way. Give straight ahead.
Keep.
Runs right into another. No!
Another keep.
He did not hand off up the middle. Got it to that outside.
A lot of times what that
Wingback.
that fullback's coming in, he's got the wave, so he's taking a player or two with him, and then that quarterback's diving right in behind him.
Yeah.
So that's been their most effective play so far.
Gain of 6 yards. 3rd down and 2 now. Ball in Liberty Center's 47. Plenty of time on the play clock, so they're going to run her down. 12 on the play clock. Tigers slightly adjusting inside defense. They give it straight up the no.
Oh, man,
Kicks
there
it
it is.
outside on a pitch. Spins off one
tackle.
tackle. Finally hauled down by Sonnenberg down near the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 7 and a
Very
Otsego
impressive
first
ball
down.
handling, Spike and jigs by Grady Frank. Again, yanks that out. Now that last name is Knight, so they're not. We're going to rely on the roster here, but it looks a little bigger on the field. But that's really good ball handling
It
by
is.
Grady Frank. Good pitch and first down Otsego.
All right. Give it right up the middle and nothing there. Nose diving through that was, I think, Spangler. Yep, Spangler got in there at the ankles, took him out for no gain.
Well, and this is what it does. Lull you to sleep, dive, quarterback keep, dive, quarterback keep.
Then the big
They'll
one.
hit that pitch, and then if you're not in your lane, he's going off to the races.
They're picking up better yards than I thought they
I
could
agree.
against our interior.
Yep.
2 linebackers, not 3 at times. I think that's hurt us a little bit.
Yep.
Well, it's a matter of adjustment. It's one thing to give up some of this stuff early on, but we'll see how this develops as we go.
New formation.
All right, now
here.
they show a new formation. It's all power left. They're going to pitch sweep it. He trips up a little bit. Tiger swarmed to the football, and it'll be a gain of a couple, but the Tiger defense hurried to the ball.
Here's
Cut
another
that down.
one of their athletes, Mason Kramer, and I think they're going to continue to get the ball to Keegan Hutton, number 8, number 5, Mason Kramer, and good gain there for Otsego.
All right.
You might even see them go for it on 4th down.
Oh, for sure. I
They
think
want this
so.
clock to keep dripping.
Yep.
3rd down and 8. Ball at the Tiger 39-yard line. Wide out to either side. Same formation. Give right up
Pitch.
the middle. No, a delayed
Great
pitch.
play
and a
there.
great open field. Hit
Isaac
right
Orth.
there. A Sonnenberg, I think.
No,
it
Isaac
was.
Orth.
That was
Orth,
a great play.
28. I'm sorry.
Well, Jiggs, you talked about Isaac Orth. You said this is his kind of game. I think you said in the background as Spike was talking, that's about his third stop,
Yeah.
and he's done a really nice job at sniper, Spike.
Well, he fought
He took
off that
that.
outside receiver there, kept it outside leverage, able to make the tackle. Good job.
Watch the clock, 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, they
Otsego still has
they
it.
ran
Fourth
this
down,
thing.
and we'll call it 7 to go at the 38.
Might even take a delay here to punt if they're not going to go for it. Just to
They just want the
Play
clock to
clock
run.
down
yards.
to 8.
Yep.
They want to Spike. They want the clock to run. They want to win the time of possession, and so far, so good for Otsego.
Now Otsego is going to use their second timeout of the half. So at 3:23, we get a break.
We would like to thank the Liberty in Washington Township.
So far, so good for Otsego. Jiggs, they've come in with a plan, and so far, they've been pretty effective. 3 first downs. They're getting some inside run. You know, our guys are just a half step out of. We talked about it. You're a half step out of your spot.
Yeah.
You're not exactly in your run fit, and they will burn you. And you see their play chart, Jiggs. 2 yards, 1 yard, 2 yards, 12,
Yep.
13, 6, 1, 1, 0, -3, 13. I mean, they are capable of moving the chains on 3rd and long. They can get a first down in this offense.
Yeah, I'm surprised, honestly, that more offenses, more teams don't do this against
Right.
Liberty. Play, keep away, try to control the clock because of our offense can strike so quickly. And they're doing a great job here. They're getting a couple first downs, shortening this clock. We got 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. We thought this game could be potentially out of hand by half, but we're looking at 7-0 almost out of the first quarter.
Hey,
here.
and this is good. Everything we see now that moves us a little bit, that grabs us, that takes us by surprise, that we have to make adjustments. This is all good training.
Well, you got too many years and too many wins over there with the Rutherfords not to know they weren't going to scheme up their best opportunity to win this game. And so far, so good for them. They will
All
punt
right.
it.
Now they're lined up in punt formation from the 38-yard line.
Got to be
Fake here.
disciplined here.
Back deep, standing at the 10-yard line is Gray. Low snap, fielded well, a little
boy.
punch poot, and that's going to roll around. Nobody can get near that one, but that extra 15 yards roll gives
Down on the 13
puts them back deep, down inside inside the 15.
The Liberty Center with 3 minutes and 14 seconds, and they've got a home run hitter sitting in the backfield, and they got a couple wide receivers that can get down the field, a tight end and a wide receiver. So, going to need a score here if we can get it. Oh, here comes more drone footage.
Yeah,
What
this is where the drone is really going to come in
that is
handy.
sweet.
Inside the 20-yard line, we can pretty much we can't be over the players, but
Yeah.
you know,
Watch this
you're looking
line.
at the view right there.
All right, out of the gun. Kreinbrink fires it out there short to Gray. Gray tries to evade one, breaks a tackle, but hit by the third guy up around the 19-yard line. Good move on first down, gain of 5.
Otsego really athletic in that defensive backfield. They make tackles, they run well, they can turn you over. So when we throw the football, we're going up against a formidable defensive backfield tonight.
All right, Tigers send Sonnenberg and Barrett wide to the far side along with Max Smith. Handoff. No, it's a pitch sweep to Moeller coming around the right side. Caught from behind.
What a
It'll
play.
be a loss of a couple.
Number 57, Jaden Eberts, senior, 6 foot 189.
Cole Hennon.
That was a nice play there. Looked like he was kind of unblocked,
All right.
like we were going to try to outrun him, and well, he fought at the field and
That
made a nice
was a
play.
big-time play and another.
Now third
Third
and
long.
5. Nothing is automatic now. Tigers will come out with a spread formation. You've got Barrett in the slot. You've got
Watch
Gray
Ethan
over
Gray
here
down here.
on
Come
the
back.
Tiger sideline. Power formation set up for sweep this way. Give it right up the middle.
Didn't get it.
Moeller and
Otsego doing a good job gumming up that inside run, and
couple yard gain, but Tigers now facing a 4th and 3 from their own 20.
well, you're at a minute 45, and Otsego has stopped Liberty Center on offense, and they're going to run the rest of this quarter out, Spike. Very effective job by Otsego, running this clock down, getting a few first downs.
Christopher Kazmaier back to punt for the Tigers. Number 8, Caden Kreinbrink.
Got to get this covered. Very dangerous guy in return. They do a good job in their return
wind
game.
at his back here.
Fetzinger.
Low snap, grabs it, end over end, and that's going to be a fair catch called for down around the 40-yard line.
Dane Fetzinger with the fair catch.
41-yard punt
First and 10.
with no
Knights.
return,
Ball on the
and with a
39.
minute 19, Otsego will have the ball at their own 39.
I think if you're Otsego, you can't be any happier with this first half. You get a turnover, short field that Liberty scored on, but a couple good drives on offense. Nice stop there. Let's see what they can do on offense here, but they are hanging.
Well, Liberty keeps seeing this stuff. How will we adjust? I'm sure the coaches on top have got some ideas. And have we seen Otsego's whole arsenal yet? All right, wide out to either side. Double wing. That first back kicks it outside. A lot of running room. Wanazak comes over and finally Pyle drives him out of bounds down at the 35. A gain of 25 yards.
That's big
time.
time.
That's what you mentioned by gash.
That's big time. And again, I think I'm not knowing exactly what's going on in there, but you could just tell it's one guy not in his right fit. And boom, they're off to the races. Another big play, Jigs.
Yeah, the dive has not been that effective yet. That was it. He stuck with the dive that time, and there was no one there.
It was a good read by the sophomore.
All right,
Grady
first
Frank.
and 10 at the Tiger 35. Same formation. Now it's a pitch sweep coming around the outside. Loses his balance, and the
Sonnenberg,
Tigers
great
collapse
job.
on him. Down inside the 35 to the 33. Pick up the 3 yards.
You almost want to make them pitch.
Yeah.
Because they've struggled on that pitch, and if you're doing your job and in your assignment, make them pitch the football.
We're still almost outmanned on the pitch, though. Sonnenberg had to fight off his outside man to make that first hit, so we're getting outflanked a little bit here on defense. Sonnenberg's made some nice plays, though. He's showing up in the run game.
They look a little unbalanced as well. You've got a guard, tackle, a wing, and a slot over there. And maybe they put a guy in motion
it's a
here.
Double wide to the far side.
Inside run.
Give
Great
right
job,
up the
Max
middle,
Walker.
And I don't want to go nowhere.
Yeah, Max Walker read that
Yes.
right on the
Yes.
nickel there.
Tackled by number 50, Max Walker.
New running back
No
here
gain
for
on the play at all.
Otsego.
So now a 3rd down and 7.
Trevor Brooks moved into that dive roll there, and he's got a little bit more speed than Kazmaier. He's the one that broke that nice run. Interesting little maneuver there.
Well, impressive 7-0 Liberty lead, but Otsego have been very game in their early snaps, Jigs, and again the snaps. They're they're snapping the football. They're waiting to the very last minute. They're running clock down. They're really doing a good job of managing the clock.
Well, and you wonder too. Sometimes as a defense, it takes time for your eyes to get used to what you're seeing.
Yeah,
you may pick wrong. You may have the right read a couple times. So I think as time goes on, I think this defense will settle in, understand.
That's actually been the history of the Tigers during Casey's regime.
By the way, they're doing sponsors now, so we're just talking.
Hey, Tiger Sports
Okay.
fans. This 2025-26 Tiger Sports Live broadcast is brought to you by KK Collision, Meyer Badenhop Insurance, Affinity IT Group, P&L's Pizza, Ohio Asphalt Paving, Swanton Welding, Davis Farm Services, Holgate Metal Fab, Gerald Grain, Hill Asphalt, Mason Hill Construction, Engler Auctions, Dental Health Associates of White House in Sylvania, and Fessenden Hardware of Swanton.
To 32.
Need to stop here at 3rd and 7.
Or 3rd and 7.
Trevor Brooks looks pretty good back there at fullback.
Quarterback
Four down
under
territory.
center. Now they delay. They kind of, maybe the offense getting a little bit of reading how we're setting up. Now they make an adjustment. The linebacker falls back. Quarterback.
Pitch. Another bad pitch.
Ray. That's loose, and he finally falls on it back at the 42-yard line. Wow. That's 2 of those.
Maybe more than 2 on that shaky pitch, and I think that's going to be how we evolve on defense. Make them really dedicate maybe an extra body, an inside run, dive, and quarterback inside keep, and let them pitch the ball. He has struggled pitching the football.
He has. But it looked like it was going to be 4 down territory, but no more. after that fumble.
All right, 4th and 18. Ball back at the 42. Punts. That's going to come up short. Hit at the 12.
Oh, boy.
And
wow.
oh, yeah, all the way
Job.
back to the 2-yard line. It was too short for the return people to come up and get it.
You know, they have kicked short. They are now going to kick short, so I think our special teams people are going to have to take a look and maybe have a guy short and maybe a guy deep because they've effectively pinned us, inside the 2-yard line. Again, there it is. I mean, there's veteran coaching right there. Flip the field and make Liberty earn it, and again, good job by Coach Craig Rutherford, pinning Liberty deep.
Well, your knee-jerk reactions to ground and pound right now, but they're going to be playing to stop it that way. So now with a chess match goes to town. All right, Kreinbrink now in the gun. Drops back to throw. Got a man out there.
Nice
Caught
catch.
by Lonizak at the 20-yard line.
There you go.
Heading down the sideline.
That's a
He's got a
touchdown.
lot of running room. One man left. Downfield is Gray. Gray doesn't have the block. Lonizak hit. He dives. He's under the end zone. It's a Liberty Center Tiger touchdown.
98-yard touchdown, and when Lonizak gets out in space, let's see that again. Lonizak gets out in space, and you don't get into the ground. That's the ball game. Quick throw to Lonizak here.
Drag.
Nice little route. Boom, all the way across the field. Great catch, 2 hands, and then he runs through that arm tackle, and here we go. Wow, 98 yards, and that's an explosive
Doggy.
like no other
Wow.
from Jackson Lonizak. Good delivery, too, by Caden Kreinbrink.
Snap, good snap. Hold good by Kreinbrink. Kick by Walker up good.
That's what Otsego wants to avoid. They know they have no answer for Jackson Lonizak, Jigs. They got no answer for a lot of weapons on this team. Ethan Gray, you can go down the line. Garrison, Cruz, they don't have an answer for those guys. That's why they want to hold the football. It's their best defense tonight is hold the football.
But I think you see the concerted effort of the pass game with the coaching staff so far because they're running a 4-4. They're basically going man on the back end. And if you get a step on somebody, there's nobody there, and he's gone just like Lonizak just did there. Great job to turn on the Jets.
Ooh, Spike, Jackson Lonizak, great size, and then
Wow.
That was a
has
hands
extra
catch.
gear.
Yes, and he has
Hands catch,
tackle
too.
breaking ability to boot, too.
Man, oh, man, great job. Again, gutsy play call by Casey, but he's been around a long time, and good protection by the offensive line. You start dropping back into an end zone, you had better make sure that everybody's accounted for.
And the other thing is that it was a nice fake there to Gary. Freeze those linebackers, and that's when Lonizak's coming in right behind on that
and
drag.
You know that they are very aware of number 30.
That's right.
So Garrison Cruz, I think holding linebackers and eyeballs on number 30 caused a wide open route and a great looking throw by Caden Kreinbrink.
Good play design.
How ironic is this? Liberty Center is moving the ball in the air, and they're running the football effectively. Now, what are you talking reversal of roles?
It's very rare, Spike, and you could speak to it more than anybody, but to get a quarterback like Caden Kreinbrink with size and a great arm and poise, you're going to take advantage of that weapon.
Here's Walker's approach. Hits a boomer, and
Got a
that's going to
chance
come
here.
down at the 5-yard line on the hash mark. Return, serving for the corner.
Ooh,
Not much
yeah,
there.
Jake Way.
And the Tigers special teams do it again. They hold him in around that 20-yard line. Excellent. Hey, I'm going to get a quick notation here to a good buddy of mine, Mr. Brody Slee Goddard. Tate Slee is his dad, who played here in 07. Brody, junior high football player down there. He's not like Tate, linebacker, running back. This Brody is a guard and a defensive end.
Tate Slee was one heck of a fullback. My
Yes,
goodness.
he was.
He
He
beat
was a
Archbold.
hard-nosed.
He beat Archbold in 07 to go 5-5. You gained about 150 yards in the quagmire mud.
All right, Otsego with the ball for the second time from their own 20. Pitch deep, goes high, has to go up and grab it. Tigers swarm to the football and maybe give up a yard, and that's it. Good coverage there by the entire defense.
Looked like that time Liberty fitted up that run real well. Everybody got in their lanes. Defensive backfield doing a good job getting off their blocks. That was a good job on that pitch.
Colby, what are you seeing down there? Let's see what she is. She's down there on the field.
getting kind of jumbled up. It looks like when Otsego's trying to get through, it's just kind of, they hit a wall right up where all of our defense are at.
Quarterback on a keeper. That ball pops out. It belongs to Liberty Center. Quarterback faked the pitch, turned it up. He got belted and pounded.
Let's watch that replay a little bit. I kind of lost the ball. Going to be a quarterback keep.
Walker got him, I think. Yep.
Wow,
He was
Walker,
hit by that guy right there.
number 70, Bockelman.
Bachman and Walker, I believe. You're asking a young sophomore to handle the ball like this many times. I mean, this offense revolves around the quarterback, and he's had some issues tonight taking care of the football.
All right, Barrett and Gray wide out over here. Tigers line up in an I formation with Mulder the I back. They're going to give it to Moeller right up the middle. Cuts her back over one.
Oh, look at that
Past
block.
one. Breaks another tackle. Slides his way down inside.
Let's see that
the
again.
15 down near the 10-yard line.
Watch
Again, it's
75
Comes a
here.
replay.
75.
Let's watch the center here. Hunter Spangler, boom, gets to the second level. Oh, nice block by Garrison Cruz. But Hunter Spangler
Oh, boy.
on a pancake 13 yards down the field.
Like he's working at IHOP.
Wow.
We talk about him as a guy you can just single out and watch because he does that about every fourth play.
How do you like that one, Kipper? All right, Tigers show those same two wideouts. Now it's Cruz and Old Crew. Now play
Wide
action
open.
right over
Ooh.
the middle. A little on the other side. Wanazak spun, tried to come back, got a hand on it.
Second down.
That throw was a little errant. He had him open right in the middle of the field. That could have been a touchdown. But, again, Caden's throwing the ball so well, not every pass is going to be
It
perfect.
looked like he was expecting him to kind of curl outside instead of inside. Second down.
All right, Tigers with a double wing package. Cruz, the lone setback. Sonnenberg over here, motion this way. They're going to give it on a little reverse to Barrett. Barrett slips out of one tackle, heads for the end zone. He's in! He's in! It's another Liberty Center Tiger touchdown. Boy, the Tiger offense kicking it into gear now.
Yeah, there was a gigantic hole on the left side of the offensive line, and that's a hole maybe I could have run through.
Well, that's the same play Baxter got in the end zone with last week there. That inside reverse, we get that the eyes of the defense continuing to go, pulling guards, everything's flowing that way, and boom, you get that inside reverse. Such a nice play when it works.
Baxter's third touchdown in 3
low
weeks.
snap, good
Ooh.
grab, and Kreinbrink did his best to get the ball picked up. That one won't go, but after that quick series, 20-0 Tigers.
It's all about turnovers, and we've been able to get the turnovers. If we didn't get the turnovers, Jigs, this game would be 7-0.
Yeah.
The turnovers have really created scoring opportunities, and coaches talk about win the turnover battle. If you win the turnover battle, you get those extra possessions. Liberty Center's winning that in spades. It's 20-0.
Yeah, I mean, we see how many times Grady Frank is touching. I mean, the offense, I mentioned it a little bit ago, the offense revolves around the quarterback. He's touching it. He has to make great decisions because if he pitches when he's not supposed to or he pitches it too late, it's on the ground and he's turning it over. And there's been 3 of those tonight, and that's what you can't do against Liberty Center. You can't turn it over.
2 of the 3, I think, were forced.
Yes.
So
yes.
That's
Yeah,
it.
but forced in a way that not necessarily always contact. I mean, having our guys be in the right spot and making that young
There you
quarterback
go.
panic on a bad pitch. So, excellent job. Liberty now is starting to square this running game up a little bit. You see them a lot more comfortable, a lot more disciplined.
Well, and this offense continues to strike quick. I mean, it does not take long. 3-4 plays, we're in the end zone, and that's how you can rack up a score.
Colby
very
Strayer,
quickly.
you feel a little bit better about a 20-0 lead versus 7-0? How's that feel? Better?
Yeah, it feels a little bit better than that.
You look a little nervous down there. Don't be so nervous.
I was stressing.
All right. Colby Strayer on the sidelines for us tonight.
Walker back. Unloads a high end over end. That's going to come down about the 7-yard line. Return hard to the opposite
Oh,
hash.
boy, here it is.
Has a little seam and hauled down from behind. That was a dangerous play. Got out to the 30. Who got the tackle?
Jakeway again. I think it's
Brody
his second
Jakeway.
tackle.
Outstanding special teams player. Going to be a really nice player in this program next year. Doing a good job right now on special teams.
Yep.
Brady Badenhop also in that
First and
tackle.
10.
Brady Badenhop and Jakeway both getting high accolades from the coaches on special teams.
Yeah, they're very good
They
tacklers.
love those guys.
Brody loves
They're
to hit,
beasts.
and you just got Badenhop loves to tackle. Really good tacklers, getting
Yes.
guys to the ground.
All right, Tigers show a bigger front. Now off that left side, straight dive, and that'll be good for a couple. Tigers put more men up there in the box that time.
I think they're just going to
Number
dedicate
34, Kazmaier,
more
carry.
schematics and more alignments to inside run and make that young quarterback, like you said, Jigs.
Number 70, Sawyer
Get
Bachman.
it in the air, make
And
it
a
pitch
two
it,
on the
make
play.
it keep
Second
it,
down.
and wear him out.
8.
Really good job with the interior there. Bachman doing a good job, and Deegan Swigert.
Tigers show 6 men up front. Now fakes it. And that's going to go nowhere again. That little first option on that triple option had nowhere to go.
Max Walker again, great read and making the play inside.
Something else to consider, this quarterback is also making these decisions. He's deciding whether he's giving it or keeping it. You get a young kid that has 3 turnovers now. He loses confidence. He's saying, I'm just going to give it to the dive every time. I don't want to go out there and get hit.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes through your mind as a player, as a quarterback. So that's, 2 straight gives?
That never
to the
went
dive?
through your mind, did it?
No, well, you start to think like, okay.
All right,
your
they're going
pitch.
to run that option
Oh,
outside.
Mason Smith, great job. There
and
it was.
the Tigers flow to the ball again.
that again.
Great job.
Let's watch this replay and watch Mason Smith, top of your screen. You see him there playing that
Outside
sniper.
player.
Watch him get up, real disciplined, gets off of his block, and then makes a tackle. Number 10, and then Liberty swarms him. Great job. He's had some really nice plays this year. Does a good job of getting off blocks that size, his length. Great job by Mason Smith.
See if we can get a return here.
Number 2, Ethan Gray. Number 11, JT Olker.
I still feel like we're playing a little bit
Moved
deep.
them
Gray
up.
and Old Crew setting back at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, just a short.
Jerry, short
Watch out.
punt. That's going to come down, hit it to 45,
We'll
and they're
take it.
going to grab it right there. So Liberty Center, 16, 20-yard punt.
Eberts.
And wow, Tigers setting like in the catbird seat now. 7:19 here in the second quarter.
Hey, well, we got a quick break here. Let's talk a little bit about schedule. We got the Tiffin Carnival, our cross-country
Big.
team. That's a big
Big
event.
time.
Going to run against a bunch of D1, D2 teams. Also, our boys soccer team is at Old Fort, and you can check the website, lctigersportslive.com, for the schedule.
All right, Tigers go to the offense from their own 43-yard line. Tigers with a wing right set, give to the first back through. That's Cruz. Cruz cuts past one, over the top of another, with a lot of great downfield
Stiff
blocking.
arm.
Throws out a straight arm, breaks
Oh,
another
boy.
tackle, pushes another one away. He's into the end zone. It's another Liberty Center Tiger touchdown on a more power dazzle in the same run. All at once. I can't believe it. This guy's an animal.
Tell you what, that did not look like Otsego had a lot of interest
No.
in tackling him. That was
No.
a rough looking.
Well,
That's going to be reviewed on film. I don't know that Craig Rutherford's going to like that effort tackling.
not.
That was not good.
Cole, we'll check that one out maybe after this extra point.
I mean, you're going to have to wrap up number
Well,
30. And
Gary's got that stiff arm, man. It is nasty.
That time, Grindbrink dug it out of the dirt, got it set, and Walker drove it through.
maybe we can see this touchdown run, but
Watch
plenty
the
of
stiff arm.
opportunities. Plenty of opportunities to bring him down, but Gary is just an electric fence, man. Look at Liberty Center
Here it
downfield block.
comes.
Get 5 guys.
Good block there.
Baxter Barrett blocking a couple
Oh,
dudes. and-
man. Oh, then he juked him there.
Man, there's a couple of defensive backs that made some business decisions. And that decision
Well,
was
you
not to
see at 6'2", 210, 220
Oh,
coming
man.
at you, and he's like, let me just try to dive at these toes.
Spike, how
Ew.
quickly things have changed from 7-0 with Otsego kind of doing some things to 27-0.
Walker.
They had the ball down inside our 35 twice, threatening.
Colby.
Weren't able to cash in the chips.
How
and
did that
boy,
run look
now,
on the field? by Garrison Cruz. How did that look down there?
I saw him get out, and it was like almost a stiff arm, it looked like.
Yes.
He was just weaving in between. It was really awesome to see from down here.
How big is Garrison Cruz compared to you?
Oh my gosh. Probably 3 of me. I couldn't tell you.
That wasn't a question you had to answer. We know you're small, he is big. Liberty Center, 27-0 Spike, and in control.
Yeah, and even though 2 turnovers spurned 2 of them, this is Tiger power. A long one again. That's going to come down to the 3-yard line. Return up that right hash again. A lot of speed.
Oh,
wow,
who was that?
Wow.
Tatum Murdoch.
Whoa.
That looked
Let's see that one
big
again.
time. Whoa.
Looked like he didn't even see him.
And Tatum was just hunting. He was on the hunt, got through his block, and then wham!
Wow.
Oh,
What
goodness.
a decleater. That's a big time hit.
Wow.
Did you see? He fought through that block and still was able to make that.
His size, Spike.
Whoa.
I think that cat.
Unbelievable.
Tatum Murdoch, bad dude.
Wow.
He came from nowhere. He had a lane and pow.
Ooh.
That might be the special teams Punisher
Oh.
weight belt. They
I'm
got a
thinking-
championship weight belt. I think he won it right there.
Give that guy.
All right,
Whoa.
Otsego comes out again. We'll see how they can respond. Pitch sweep, cutting around the outside. Good block,
Job, Thomas.
but a good fill. I believe that was
Good tackling.
Moeller.
Is that?
Moeller. Yeah, Moeller came up from his safety spot.
No, he's going to play a
Gain of
role
4.
coming downhill. Henry Fitzgerald, too, getting busy, number 74.
On the carry.
Him with Tatum Murdoch. There's some sophomores here. Very interesting-looking players making contributions early in their careers.
Oh,
Spike.
yeah. Yeah, that special teams just makes you all the more hungrier.
And 6.
All right, Otsego with the a tight formation now. No wideouts. Give it to that fullback, and he'll pound maybe for a couple. 3rd down and about 4 to go.
Good job.
Number 17, Brooks on the carry. Tackled by number 74, Henry Fitzenreiter. Number 40, Baxter Barrett.
Henry Fitzenreiter keeps his nose in the hunt. Wow.
I don't know if I like him better at defensive line or guard jigs,
Yeah.
but he
He's getting
does
good reps.
He's getting good reps. Nick Miller talks about him a lot as a player up and coming, just like number 70, Sawyer Bockelman, another good-looking sophomore.
All right, we got Dip in the middle. Trying to
nice
get
play by
outside, and that's
Sonnenberg.
not going
Oh,
anywhere.
yeah.
Slam down to the ground. Boy,
Big
that's
time.
a smackerino.
See that one again, Cole.
Yeah, Caden Sonnenberg. We talked about the sniper
Outside
jigs.
leverage.
On top of your screen, number 22, and just reading and being patient, and boom.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's exactly how you play that. Outside shoulder free. Didn't get the block on him, and man, that was a nice play.
That was
Boy,
perfect. That was perfect.
He's had. That's good to see number
Glad to
22
get him
out there.
back.
and
Oh,
to think
he can
Peyton
really tackle.
Sonnenberg and family were afraid that his season was over.
Yes.
Now look at the contributions he's given. Another short punt. That may have been partially blocked. Hits at the 35-yard line.
Oh, boy.
And it'll bounce out of bounds inside the 40. And Liberty Center again. Wow.
I mean, how quickly the fortunes have flipped for Otsego. We're talking that first quarter. It's like they won a lot in
Yeah.
that first quarter, but man, since then the turnovers in Liberty now has got the foot on the throat. And let's see what we do. We got Sawyer Bockelman here at right tackle on number 56, Lucas Navarre, who's been playing really well. Henry Fitzgerald at left guard, and the big boy, number 60, Kellen Weimer, at left tackle.
Spangler the center. Now Barrett will shift over. He'll pick up a wing spot on the right. 2 wideouts to the far side. Crane break, a double handoff to Barrett. Barrett follows a block, splits 2 tacklers, pounds into Nolan,
Good
stays
hard
on
run.
his feet, keeps churning and driving down to the 25-yard line. 15 yards of tough, high knee stepping real estate.
No, I like the way Baxter Barrett finishes the run.
Yeah.
Shoulders square, driving forward. That play's worked, that inside handoff.
Yeah.
Like you said, you get the defense flowing one way, boom. That wing coming back the other has been a very effective play for Liberty. Good run by Baxter and good blocking by the offensive line.
All right, same offensive line set. We've got Cruz out here in the slot with old Crew wide to the right. Wide out left. Back to throw. Has to scramble. Now he's going to keep it. Look at that run. Breaks one tackle. Still going. Pounding down inside the 10-yard line down to the 8. 17 yards for Mr. Crimebrink, the bulldozer.
Hey, well, he's got great size. I think people kind of don't know, but at 6'1", 2 at 210, 215. I mean, he's not a great runner, but he's a punishing physical runner.
He's a big kid.
He's a hungry runner.
That's right.
I guarantee you he loved every minute of that. Better than eating a steak, I'll tell you.
He looks like a guy who likes a lot of beef stew. At Denny Moore beef stew, he's a Denny Moore beef stew kind of guy.
All right, Crimebrink under center. Cruz on the right. They're going to
Straight
give it to
dive.
Moeller straight up the middle. And he's going to get hit, driven back a couple, but his progress down near the 5.
Jiggs, you talked about the return of Caden Sonnenberg. I mean, the last 2 weeks, his reps, he looks great out there. And, we lost Tyler Roars. We don't know for how long, and that's a big loss for us. He was a great player, is a great player. But getting Caden back, big, big positive for us.
All right, Cruz on the right, Moeller on the left. Crimebrink under center. Pitch sweep to Cruz. Cruz looks for a block, gets it from Moeller into the end zone. It's a Tiger touchdown.
Cruz with a touchdown for your Liberty Center.
Yeah, just, you got a lot of dudes at Liberty Center, and even the younger guys, the Fitzenreiters, the Navars, he's a senior, but guys that haven't seen the reps, just road grade and putting guys on the ground. That was easy peasy right there.
Yeah, well, you run to the left side, you can't go wrong when you start with Kellen Weimer at that tackle spot, and we'll see that one again and kind of check on some of that blocking.
It's just all good. All when there's a run and all I see is orange and black, there's the second blocked extra point. Now, that will not go very well tomorrow morning.
Huh.
Well, that's been such a staple for a number of years. Sooner or later, I guess a wheel falls off or you get a blowout. Now they just got to get it fixed.
Cole's going to get us a replay here, I believe.
On the run. There it is. Good job. Here comes Henry Fitzreiner. Good block. Rides him out.
Thomas
Baxter's
Moeller.
got his guy, Thomas Moeller.
Who's that coming across? Mason
11
Smith.
got a guy out of there.
I mean,
doing your job.
it's not two good blocks. It's 4 and 5 good blocks, Spike.
Here's going to be the next thing. We're working the drone out. Some people like it, some don't. Bear with us. We're figuring it out. But the telestrator may make an appearance soon in the Ready Breakdown podcast.
Well, that's coming up. And
Madden style.
Podcasts on Wednesdays, Jig and I. The
Scott Barrett Madden Jr.
I think I can do a little boom and bam, and I can't wait to see it. See if we can get it. Crossbuck Construction runs that for us.
One
Nate
thing
Lighty.
that's really struck me so far is our downfield blocking.
Yes.
Maybe we're having issues on the point after kick, but our downfield blocking is as good right now as it has ever been.
Hey, let me give you permission to say one negative thing about something. You always find the positive no matter what. I'll tell you, our fan base doesn't know, but even when Jiggs and I even start to approach too negative, you got a 5'6" guy ready to put us in a triple knee lock, and all positive for Spike Whitman. I love it.
There's Walker, high floater, comes down at the 6, heading up that right sideline again. I give him credit. That guy don't slow down. He's got guts. That buddy he's got her in high gear. And he knows he's going to get belted, but he takes her right back anyway.
Number 8.
Well, Liberty's defense, I think Matt Bryan and KC, Ryan Miller in the booth, I think they have made the proper adjustments, and I have seen they've really taken away the inside run. It was a couple drives, give Otsego credit, but Liberty has made our coaching staff is so good.
Yeah, and we've
so good.
seen that time after time, struggle in the first quarter. But for several years, that's kind of like the trademark of the coaching. All right, one wide out to either side. Back to throw the home run ball. Lofts it up there. And caught! What a catch! You cannot defend the ball better than that. Both Gray and
Williams, good for
Moeller were on it. and they defended it. If you can't see the ball, fine. Watch his eyes. Stick your arm up through there when he goes to the ball.
And that has been,
they did it.
That has been the technique. But sometimes when you don't turn, the receiver has the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
They know the timing of the arrival of the ball, and that was one heck of a play.
That was a prayer.
That's the 5th throw he's made in the last 38 years. Good grief.
Boy, give him credit. That was a major league grab. Get right up the middle. No, on the option. That's a keeper. Breaks through.
And that
Otsego offense isn't done yet.
Number 1.
Well, here comes the A-team back.
Well, Grady Frank, when he does keep it, he's got a little burst from the quarterback spot.
He looks pretty athletic.
He really
from
does.
This angle.
And he's a young sophomore. Understand? I think you get him in this offense a couple more years, he could be dangerous.
Class, I've been told their sophomore class is deep with a lot of skilled guys, and their offensive line, there's a couple dudes in there too. So I think their program is on the rise.
All right, a double wide out to the far side. Quarterback options it outside. Good block there. Screened off.
Tackle,
fighting through that. Number 12, Ty Jackson. Ty Jackson, with getting some playing time now, stepped up to the plate, made a good open field tackle.
With Tyler Rohr's out of the lineup, you've seen a few guys, Adam Foster, Ty Jackson, and a good-looking play. But, again, good gain. Liberty can't let their guard down here. We're going to start seeing some guys come back into this game and
now
see if we can keep out of the end zone.
Jumps in the fray. Gives it right off tackle. He'll dive forward for about 3, and that'll be a 1st and 10. Minute 16 here in this second quarter. Well, let's let Liberty face the challenge here. We want to hold them out of the end zone, obviously.
Well,
you're going to see this challenge again and again.
Good situational opportunity here in the red zone. Clock running right before half.
Motion. Give that first back. Pounds down to about the 10.
Oh, we got a
gain of about 3. And remember, Otsego used 2 of their timeouts early. Clock still running.
Uh-oh.
I think they're calling a fumble here.
That's Liberty's ball.
What, there was a fumble?
Looks like Liberty's ball.
Gain of 2.
Okay.
No call.
I kind of saw a finger.
Psych.
Liberty was signaling that it was their ball. Then it looked like the ref was going to do it, but guess not.
Okay, the end result, 2-yard gain. 47 seconds. Now the clock back running. Otsego on Liberty's 14-yard line. They show motion. Pitch sweep to a jet sweep to that way.
Oh, yeah.
Breaks one, and boy, did he get belted. That was
great job.
Lonazak, I believe, peeled him up and stripped him down.
Oh, the DB's doing a great job. But going to be a big holding against Kellen Weimer, and he's hard to handle one-on-one. You got to put at least another dude on him to handle him.
Yep.
It appears to be a hold on Otsego.
Good job again there by Sonnenberg. He was the outside player, stayed outside, made him cut inside. That's what made Lonazak able to get there on that nice big hit. Like the way he's playing as that outside contain sniper tonight, number 22.
Liberty much more disciplined here the last few drives, Jigs. $33-0.
Might see them go back to the air here.
You just almost blinked your eye, and it was.
Be aware.
Quarterback under center with a double wing.
Yep.
Goes back to throw. He's going to throw the long bomb.
Foster,
and
great
incomplete.
job.
Great defense by Foster. Stayed with his man stride for stride. Had him shut off from being able to complete the route.
Toby Powell, 6'4". They found the matchup against Foster, who's 5'8". But you know what? Foster just
running the route for people.
Marined him, like right up in his junk.
Just get on top of that route and just shut it down. No chance.
Foster's played some good reps last 2
it's
weeks.
Been really impressive to see.
They're down in 17.
Pitch
sweep.
Oh,
gets
boy.
around
Good block
the outside.
there.
Great block. Has running room. Slowed down over there by number 12,
get a TO
Jackson.
Here.
But
Maybe
the
one more
Tigers
play.
swarm to the ball and stop him.
I think Smith maybe that time didn't quite keep his leverage.
Hey, just one guy. All it
That's
takes
it.
is one
You're
guy
right.
to not stay disciplined in his run fit, and those plays happen. And every play sheet I looked at, from the scrimmages all the way through on huddle, you just saw 2, 1, 0, 0, 12. You see that all the time. Yes, Mark.
Hey, while we got a break, Colby, I know you're down there listening. Talk a little bit about the Tiffin Carnival tomorrow. What time do you guys run? And maybe give us a little insight.
So the girls from Liberty Center are going to be racing in the D2 race at 8:30 tomorrow morning, and then the high school varsity boys will be at 9:15, I believe. So that's a bright and early race on a really difficult course, so we'll see how that one goes.
All right, well, good luck to you and the cross-country team tomorrow. I know you're going to be taking off right about after halftime, right?
Yes, got to get my sleep
You need to get your rest and your vitamins and,
Yes.
anything else that you got a pre-game.
Engineered nutrition.
What is the meal? What is the pre-race meal? Is there pasta?
You got to get that protein in is the night before is what
Okay.
you need to be doing. I'm getting that chicken and rice, if you know what I mean.
Nice.
All right. Well, thanks, Colby. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
What we've got now is 4th down and 5 from the 9-yard line. They're going to set up for a field goal attempt. They want to get on the board. I don't blame them.
15.
You got to score the first time to score more.
Foul to kick.
Good snap. Hold is down, blocked.
Spangler.
Was that Orth?
Spangler.
Spangler got it?
Yeah, he took it right in the chest.
Well, when you're 6'87", 287
Pushing the pocket
pounds,
from the inside.
Can
He
we
is a
see
Mack
that one
truck.
again?
Yeah, let's see it again.
that, baby.
Watch the big fella.
Oh, boy.
Nope, we got it.
man.
Got it at the end. Wait
Yeah.
a minute. Cole might have some magic in there. No magic, Cole?
Hunter Spangler is just a massive dude.
Here he comes.
Oh, look at that hand up. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Timed that perfect, didn't he?
He did. There was a lot of guys with hands up, but Cole just ate that thing like a Big Mac. Special sauce, lettuce, cheese. Hunter Spangler.
It's 6'4", 400.
I mean, that dude is 6 foot.
All right, with 5
Whatever.
seconds to go, the Tigers will probably run a simple dive. Moeller hits one, breaks one, spins off of that one,
Number 3, Thomas
and picks
Muller
up about 9 yards on the play, and that'll end the first half. It started out like Otsego was going to really take us to the woodshed. At one early turnover, really changed the screws. They challenged again, but Liberty Center met the challenge, and now they've got a big one, 33-0.
All right, guys, we'll be back right after this halftime break.
Hey, Tiger sports fans, this 2025-26 Tiger Sports Live broadcast is brought to you by KK Collision, Meyer Badenhop Insurance, Affinity IT Group, P&L's Pizza, Ohio Asphalt Paving, Swanton Welding, Davis Farm Services, Holgate Metal Fab, Gerald Grain, Hill Asphalt, Mason Hill Construction, Engler Auctions, Dental Health Associates of White House in Sylvania, and Fessenden Hardware of Swanton.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the 2025 Otsego High School Marching Band, under the direction of Rebecca Schwarzkopf and led on the field by Senior Drum Major Maria Bartley and Junior Drum Major Annabelle Epperson. For your halftime entertainment this evening, we present Dare to Dream. We begin our show with two pieces from Walt Disney Classics. This medley includes the main theme from Fantasmic and Nighttime Spectacular in Hollywood Studios, and the Sorcerer's Apprentice theme heard in Disney's Fantasia, featuring senior Caden Horine on trumpet. Sit back and enjoy Fantasmic. Senior Drum Major Maria Bartley, is your band ready? Today we close with Dream On. This hit from Aerosmith first premiered in 1973 on their debut album. Written by lead singer Steven Tyler, this song was their first major hit and became a classic radio staple. It has gained several claims to fame, including being featured on Rolling Stone's list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. Featuring sophomore Eliza Anderson on euphonium, we hope you enjoy Dream On. Ladies and gentlemen, the Otsego High School Marching Band, under the direction of Rebecca Schwartzkopf, with assistance from Janet Burr, Hank Crable, Alicia Slomsky, Megan Newland, and Elaine Zimmerman. Let's hear it one more time for the Otsego Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the marching pride of Tiger Country, your Liberty Center Marching Tiger Band. This evening we're bringing back the 80s, starting with the main band that always gives main character energy and never left any crumbs. The King of Pop, Michael Jackson. Our opening performance comes from MJ's record-breaking 84 album with the same name, which became the first music video ever introduced into the National Film Registry in 2009. The certified diamond hit haunts charts around Halloween before ghosting you harder than the girl in your math class. This is Thriller. Drum major Carly Orway, is your band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the Tiger Marching Band. Our next performance was released in 1980 and reached number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became Pat Benatar's first top 10 hit. Reaching certified gold and debuting on side B for those old enough to understand that. For Prisoner of Love album, here it is. Hit Me With Your Best Shot. For our final performance, we would like to wish the Otsego Band an outstanding rest of their 2025 marching season. Finally, we have one of the most iconic songs in Tiger Country. Released in 1982 by Survivor as the title song for the third album and the theme song for the Rocky Movie 3. It was spent 6 weeks as number 1 on Billboard Hot 100 and was second best-selling single of 1982. This is Eye of the Tiger. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention to midfield as we recognize the track and field athletes who placed at the Division III Ohio High School Athletic Association state meet this past spring. The girls' 4x200 meter relay team consisting of Brooklyn Moeller, Chloe Moeller, Aletha Fosnight, and Callie Stoner finished 5th in the state with a time of 1 minute 45.07 seconds. On the boys' side, Jackson Monizak competed and placed 9th in the 110 hurdles with a time of 15.13 seconds. In the throwing events, there were 3 individuals who at the state meet at Jesse Owens Memorial Stadium saw placed finishes. Max Walker finished 6th in the discus throw with a throw of 162 feet 3 inches. Brady Giesecke finished 5th in the shot put with a throw of 56 feet 8 1/2 inches. And Hunter Spangler was the 2025 Division III State Shot Put Champion with a throw of 63 feet 1 1/4 inch. Coaches for the track and field team include Pam Riggy, Rob Myers, Matt Bryan, Carrie Holman, Christy Jurasic, Annette Neatkamp, and Dennis Spade. Please join us in a big round of applause as we recognize these fantastic athletes and their achievements.
All right, we're back here at halftime from Rexlinger Stadium, Kip Kern Field, the Liberty Center Tigers 33, the Otsego Knights 0. Scott, I think the stats are going to tell maybe a little bit different story than the 33-0.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it was an interesting first quarter as Otsego came out and did some really good things on offense. And when you start hearing some of these totals, you'll be a little surprised. But Liberty Center, first half total yards 264. But they made them count. Big explosive plays by Gary Cruz. Otsego first half, 144 yards, Jigs. Pretty impressive. Rushing, Liberty Center, Garrison, Cruz, four touchdowns, 4 carries, 78 yards. Thomas Mueller for 34 yards. So the rushing yards, Otsego is 116. That's impressive. We got 152. So the Frank kid, their quarterback, Grady Frank, has had 5 carries for 50 yards. Now that's, the negative plays aren't always in those totals. Passing, Kreinbrink is a 3 for 4 for 98 yards and a touchdown to Lonizak, and had one big completion from Otsego for 28 yards. First downs, Otsego with 11.
Yep.
Liberty with 9. Tackles, Max Walker have another big night with 8. Isaac Orth, your guy, at sniper with 5. Jackson Lonizak 5. And Caden Sonnenberg, another sniper. We knew that was going to be big. Liberty Center, though, blew it open with big plays, and this first drive is going to tell us a lot how this game's going to go, Spike, right here.
Exactly. Short kick. That's going to come down at the 15-yard line on the far sideline. Now looking for a seam. Cuts up through there. Then breaks one. Slips past another. Drives to the outside. Here's Old Crew heading down the right side. Then finally shoved out of bounds.
Let's watch some of these
down
blocks.
At the 35-yard line.
Let's see if we can pick up some blocks here, Jigs. Boom, the front wall. Very good.
Return.
68.
68, good block. Boy, oh boy, who's that?
Mason Smith,
Mason
pancake.
Smith, good block. Who's downfield right here? That Caden Sonnenberg right there, number
Spangler,
4. That's
pancake.
Murdoch. Murdoch's blowing people up.
Cole Spangler.
Good grief, Cole Spangler. Wow.
A scintillating kickoff return of 50
That was
yards.
scintillating. What a great word, scintillating. I love it.
I can't spell it, but I like it.
Ball's on the 35-yard line of the Knights. Now, man in motion. They'll throw it back to the other way where the motion man came from. Otsego smelled that out, throws him for a yard loss.
That's where Otsego's at their best, Jigs. All their athletes in that secondary, they wrap up well, they get to the ball well. That's a big strength for their football team.
Yeah, it looked like they were just trying to catch him kind of off coverage, but he was pretty close, and corner did a nice job. Was all over that route. Not a lot of space there for Ethan to work.
Hey, they come out and they doled out some punishment on that tackle. Otsego didn't come to quit. Their coaching staff certainly won't let that happen. All right, now Kreinbrink comes out with a double wing package. Under center, motion this way, jet sweep coming back, tries to cut up through there. Now cuts to the outside, following his block. Now heading down the sideline in the corner, breaks past one, spins past another one. Moeller, dazzling drive. What a job! Woo! That was Barry Sanders type of run.
Left side again, just a lot of good blocking from center all the way to wing. Those guys just executing.
Scott, I love those stats you got. Who gave those to you?
Yeah, who is it? What's his name?
We have a new guy in the booth, Mr. Zane Bieterstadt.
Zane Bieterstadt. Very well done, Zane.
Look at that. One of our new student interns here joining us in the booth. You excited? Oh, yeah.
The more students, the better. Great job,
nuts.
Zane. Now, the end of the game
They're
gets more
gonna
pressure.
bring it
More
back.
pressure for you coming.
The pressure.
They're holding calling that?
A spot of the foul, does that make it downfield somewhere? Because the ball comes back within a yard of the original line of scrimmage.
Oh, gosh. Wow.
Ouch.
I didn't even see that flag.
All right, double wing package, Cruz in the backfield. Now motion, they're going to fake it, now give off Cruz right side. Cruz slip past 2 tacklers, dives forward, and he'll pick up 11 on the play.
JT Old Crew at the 4-yard line, finishing his blocks. Those are touchdown blocks. Great job, JT Old Crew.
Weimer with a pancake there on the linebacker. That's unfair. When you get Kellen Weimer on a 170-pound linebacker, a great matchup.
How do you win against Godzilla?
He just locks you up, and there's nothing you can do.
Tigers come out, wing left package. Cruz on the left. They're going to give it to Mulder again. Cuts up inside that block.
Good patience
Uses the
there.
runner. Stays on his feet.
I don't think he went down.
On his knees. He's still spinning and driving. Backflip now and down to the 11. A 13-yard gain.
Let's watch this
Wow,
again.
that guy refused to go down.
Left side here again, Jigs. Look at the surge.
Paving. Oh, my, pancake.
You got 40 pancake, 60 pancake. Good blocking here. I mean, Navarre. Is that Navarre right there?
There's just a lot of white jerseys on their back.
Ooh.
With Tigers on top. Man, oh, man.
Good blocking there by a bunch of dudes wearing orange and black.
Double wing set. Now it's play action.
Got him.
Back to throw. Got a man just beyond the reach.
Boy, I think
It looked like
guys open.
It looked like he kind of just was uncertain and threw it between both of them.
They were both kind of open early.
I think Caden would have
He got a little bit of pressure.
liked to have that one back.
That's one of those back shoulder lobs. There's no safety back there.
Well, he had Baxter early, too.
Early.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Old Crew spreads wide to the far side. Double wing set. Single set back under center. Give to that back. That's Cruz. Cruz breaks one, spins two, pounds and drives, barrels his way down to the goal line. He's down at the 1-yard line, pick up a 10.
That's a BYOB, be your own blocker, kind of Mike Allstott for Purdue back in the day. You just, what are you going to do with him? I mean, he doesn't even need a blocker.
No.
You know, he's just running people over.
Liberty Center.
He's just he's a Division I football player on a field with no other ones except for his teammate, Kellen Weimer. He's that big and strong and fast, Spike. He's just devastating.
Yes. All right, now they're in the true I formation. Moeller, the I back, cruising in the middle. Give to Moeller. Moeller into the end zone. No two ways about it. Behind Weimer. Into the end zone. The Tigers score again. 39-0.
I think you could have handed the ball off to any one of those 3 running backs, and they were going to get in the end zone. And you get in that deep I formation. That's a lot of blocking,
you
a
know
lot
what's
of downhill.
happening, and you can't do anything about it.
A little helpless for Otsego, and Liberty Center, good drive to start the half.
You couldn't have put 15 defenders inside the box like that and got him down.
Okay,
good snap.
That looked good.
Hold down Crime Brink, and Max Walker's kick good.
I tell you what, I think they
40-0.
put him on the watch, Spike. That he approached that ball much quicker. You know, he hadn't been kicking all year, so maybe some of that timing, you know, was
possible.
That kick looked a lot faster and quicker and more crisp than maybe those 2 blocks did.
Yeah.
Well, we got a running clock here, and it looks like Liberty Center just picked up where they left off in the run game. That was another impressive drive that time.
I've got a question, and now we've got a timeout between when you're Otsego and you're moving the ball. I'm talking first quarter. You turn it over on a fumble. You get it back, and a little bit later you fumble it away again. Now, how demoting, how self-defeating is that for a team? Can you bounce back? Is that something that you guys experienced ever? To where you just, the air goes out of the balloon.
I think it's more the youth of the quarterback who has great upside in this offense. And I think Jigs hit it on the head earlier. You do it once, you do it twice, you start lacking some confidence. And we saw early, even when they were running the football well inside, the pitching game wasn't as tight. Liberty was doing a great job in assignment football. And I think that just snowballed on him, and it got away from him with 3 fumbles.
Line drive, wow. That's going to go over his head, hit a couple of yards deep into the end zone.
You know, experience really matters. Caden Crimebrink looks like a 35-year-old man out there. You know, that just everything is easy to him. The game is slowed down. He's complete control of the playbook. You have a sophomore coming in playing one of the top teams in the state in Grady Frank. He's a sophomore. He hadn't done this very much. He's in one of the most
He was battling for his job. I mean, there was a competition.
Yes.
In camp.
He's going to come in here in Liberty Center, and he's going to try to get something done against one of the best teams in Division V. That's a big task for a young quarterback, Spike.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, the varsity defense still on the field. Keeper on the option, and he's going to be hauled down out across the 25-yard line, pick up a 5.
Going to start seeing some subbing.
It's like Orth there.
Orth had a good ball game, 5 tackles at half, and the snipers have been good tonight, Caden Sonnenberg. And a lot of guys contributing out there in that position, and we knew that was going to be a point of emphasis was that sniper play, and we're getting it tonight.
Tigers show 6 men up in the box. Sweep.
Wow,
open field hit.
Another play by Orth.
Man, oh, man. Textbook, once again. He's got a man that's blocking him, sheds him off, and is able to make that big stick. That's a really nice play, Isaac Orth.
Well, and you said it, Jigs. I keep saying the same thing. You said this looks like an Isaac Orth kind of game. There's tackle number 7. He's having a big night. You know what? Now I'm starting to see some players emerge from the Man of Steel Award, and Isaac Orth put himself in that conversation. Great game tonight by Isaac.
All right, under center. They show that same little motion. Try to pound it right up the middle, and there ain't nothing doing there.
Cifuentes,
Wow.
the wall.
Well, and Mark's making reference to the quarterback getting whacked by Weimer, but that's the job.
Yes.
If you're going to fake and you're going to be a part of the run game, you're going to get whacked. And that's another part, Spike, of the confidence and experience when you're getting hammered by an Ohio State, recruit, number 60. It just, a lot of it doesn't feel all that nice, does it?
Does it?
Back to return number 11, JT Okru.
It's all goes into the factors of what we're seeing here. Those things add up.
We've got Murdoch back. Very short punt.
Man.
That's going to come down, hit around the 50-yard line. So a punt of 22 yards. And now
First and 10, Liberty Center.
Tigers have.
All right, we got that winning 50-50 ticket.
Here comes
So
some
red
subs
ticket.
now. Max Perry in the game.
Get your ticket out. If you've got the winner, bring it to the middle
Braxton
level of the
Light.
press box to claim your prize.
Once you have a game like this on a running clock,
Winning ticket
and you're not very deep anymore in spots like the wing and at quarterback, and you're just not going to go out there and tear a knee at 40-0. So you're going to see a lot more of this. I'm going to imagine Weimer's coming off the field anytime soon. He will not be back.
The press box to claim your prize. 504.
All right, handoff coming around the left side. Stays on his feet. And a good pick him up, lay him down, and jogs forward. Braxton Light pounds forward.
Here comes Brady Badenhop, number 5, checking in number 55. The center, Billy Kruger. And I love this, Spike. I know you do too. Reps for young guys.
Oh, yeah.
They pay the price in practice every day.
Oh, yeah.
They're playing scout teams, getting whacked, and here's their opportunity to get out and compete.
Murdoch spread wide to the far side. Perry under center. Give to the first back, coming around the outside. Slips one. That's Jakeway, I believe. Pounds down inside the 40-yard line. Gain of 8.
Starting to see Jake Way, obviously on the special teams, making a lot of plays in the kickoff, but he runs the ball well. I like the way he runs it.
Tough.
He runs through contact. Not the biggest guy, but he runs hard.
Mitchell Parasini checks in. Nick Miller, Todd Spangler getting some reps for the young guys. I think this is such an advantage for those players that are getting older the next year. If you're a freshman and sophomore and you're getting reps in a varsity game in week 3,
huge.
I think
snap count is huge.
They're asking when Sawyer Bockelman's going to come out.
Sawyer might be done
All
too.
right, double wing package. Foster sets up under center. Now motion. Their pitch sweep around the right side. Turns up the field. Drives forward. Picks up about 6 on the play. The Tigers move the chains.
Well, I like Cole Spangler. Cole
Okay.
Spangler is going to be a really good he already is a good football player, and he's stepping into that number 2 wing position now that Tyler Roars is out, which is really a big loss for Liberty Center as you look to the future. Missing Tyler Roars is a big miss. What a good football player and a better kid.
Yeah.
Gosh, I hate
right
it.
set. Under center. Give to the first back. And not much there. Quick hitter.
Number 16,
Light.
Braxton Light.
Picks up a yard.
Tackle by number 50.
Clock down to 40 seconds here in the third quarter with that running clock.
And Otsego will be just fine with the running clock as well. And I don't think Casey's going to put anything intentionally on this coaching staff. Too much respect for Craig Rutherford, who's in his second year trying to rebuild a program, and he's well on his way doing it.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. Ball came loose.
Yep.
And,
Number 63.
all right. So possession changes hands.
Schwab recovers the fumble for the Knights. First and 10, Otsego.
Looks like we still got
Some varsity guys out there.
lot of starters out. I'm guessing that'll get rotated out
Well,
quickly.
the quarter has ended, so maybe that'll end right now. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
The stakes are too high for Liberty Center to be risking anybody like a Max Walker or Jackson Lonazak.
All right, the end of the third quarter. Let's hear from our sponsors.
Hey, Tiger sports fans, this 2025-26 Tiger Sports Live broadcast is brought to you by KK Collision, Meyer Badenhop Insurance, Affinity IT Group, P&L's Pizza, Ohio Asphalt Paving, Swanton Welding, Davis Farm Services, Holgate Metal Fab, Gerald Grain, Hill Asphalt, Mason Hill Construction, Engler Auctions, Dental Health Associates of White House in Sylvania, and Fessenden Hardware of Swanton.
We're back here. Just a few things schedule-wise. Once again, our cross-country team is at the Tiffin Carnival. Check the schedule on the bottom. Scroll down, lctigersportslive.com. That'll also get you right to our YouTube channel. You can bounce everything off our website. We've got a new developer. Been great. Things are working fine. Go out and look for it. Find the schedule.
All right. Varsity defense in there to start with here.
Ooh, who's
Pound right
that?
up the middle. That ain't going to go nowhere. Submarines him and drives him down.
Max
Walker.
Walker. Mad Max.
Yeah, I'd get him out. It's time for him to take a breather.
Boy, he smelled that out and went like he knew what was coming.
I feel like the linebacker coaching staff just kind of got with those backers, especially the inside guys, and said that's enough of the dives and inside runs, because Max Walker and Jackson Lonizak has just been cleaning up here.
Loss of a yard.
Here's your
Now
pitch.
it's a pitch outside.
There
Gets
it
out
is.
some running room around the corner, but grabbed and hauled
That's
down.
Murdoch again.
Pick up a 10. Let's get that number.
Tatum Murdoch. No,
4.
Tatum Murdoch's a hitter. He
Yeah.
is a hitter.
You know, he had that blow up on that kickoff. That was really something. He's a athletic kid too.
Big.
He runs well, and he's got a body. You're right that he could gain some weight, and he could be have a nice frame.
It's like looks like Jack Tatum, an old Ohio State Buckeye
Come
and
downhill.
Oakland Raider, and just vicious,
Ready to put his
vicious
helmet
hitting.
on somebody.
Look at his size, sophomore. Look at that. He sticks out. He really shows up.
Not much there.
Navarre.
Gave it to the first back through, but enough to get the change to move. It's a 1st and 10.
There's Max coming off.
Get his helmet and get him a lemonade and a nice sugar cookie and give him a rest.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, take the snaps off, big boy. You're good. Boy, he's played well, hasn't he, as a Mike?
Man,
I mean,
he really.
he's delivered. Just such a good reader of plays. He's disciplined, knows his assignment.
Yeah.
Oh, good player.
Now they fake it inside, deep pitch, cuts around, jigs and jags.
Oh, he
and
fumbled.
Wow, pick up a 13 yards on the play. And Otsego showing signs of life here.
Levi Howe. Young guys have got to get off those blocks. Levi Howe, good size and playing some sniper and getting on the field.
We don't have a name for number 69 there, but he made a nice play on the quarterback.
Is that
Maybe
Wardy?
Pitched that.
Was that the Ward kid?
I don't know. It's not on the roster.
Jack Ward.
I think
He's
so.
got two number 33 or
Might
something
be.
like
He's kind of.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
Jack Ward.
I think
Yeah,
you're right.
33. Now they run the delayed pitch, kicks it outside. Great block there by number 12. Sealed him off, and Otsego uses that to pick up about 5 on the play.
Yeah, Garrison Cruz needs to get that helmet off and got to get him a
little
slice
break.
of watermelon
A
and
little piece of pizza.
have a little shut him right down.
Heavy on the pepperoni.
I think they're keeping an elder statesman in there at the linebacker just to keep guys in position. It's kind of what they're doing, rotating. Lonizek in now.
Barrett. There's the pitch.
Ooh.
There it was.
Lonizak came blasting in from his linebacker spot.
He
4-yard loss.
If you wondered who had the pitch man on their assignment football, you just figured it out here in the fourth.
Played right through that stiff arm. Okay, number 69 is Jack Ward. That is confirmed. That's a young freshman.
He is
I know
a good
that,
football
that
player.
Eric Lamer likes.
He's going to be on the field next year. I don't know if he's not a starter. He is a dude. Jack Ward's a dude.
Oh,
and by
yeah,
the
they
way,
love
grand
him.
champion
They
duck.
love him.
Grand champion duck showman of the universe. That guy is a master ducker. Grand champion at the Henry County Fair.
3rd and 10. Give to that inside back, and the Tigers grab him at the line of scrimmage. Throw him back.
Tell you what, Guards don't pull. They just come right out at you and put their face mask in your face mask. You might want to start shedding blocks.
I'd like to see a return here. Move these guys up a little bit. Put them at about the 20 because that's about all these punts have been going to. And let's see Murdoch
and Murdoch.
You know, Matt Bryan gets a lot of credit here, Spike. You know, we were leaking some oil there early, and that just disappeared.
Whoa, he got all that one.
Wow,
where did that come
all
from?
of that one hits the end zone. That'll bring it out to the 20.
You know, Matt Bryan is unflappable. When they're getting after us, he's unflappable. When we're getting after them, he's unflappable. I mean, he's the same guy every snap, no matter the score. He just does a great job on the field, just leading the defense. And when things aren't going well, you like that steady leader. And he provides that. I mean, he's a brilliant coordinator.
There's no flair. There's no
all
drama.
All substance.
Yep.
Lake 14, Evergreen 0. Ottawa Hill 6, Swanton 0.
All right, 6.5 left in the ball game. Howe, the quarterback, hands off and a dive forward for about 8.
Number 15, Drew Silvas.
Freshman.
Silvas, good-looking run there.
Freshmen go to St. Francis tomorrow.
Gain of 9.
Ooh, that'll be a nice matchup.
Get the 7-hour trip to go downtown and play St. Francis.
It is construction season, Scott.
Hayden Dotson brings in the play from the sideline. He'll line up wide over here. Howe under center. Give first back and runs right into a steam engine there.
Is there a JV game tomorrow too?
No, I think that's what it is. A freshman.
Okay,
and there will not be a JV game next week either. Swanton has already alerted us the fact that they do not want to play JV.
They'll play freshmen though, right?
And right now, no, there is no Saturday game scheduled. If the athletic department finds one, he's going to let us know and we'll update our schedule.
All right, Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 1 from their own 29-yard line. Give on a Powers coming around this way. And Otsego flowed to the ball well. Looks like there might have been a seam for a big gain, but it's enough to convert the first down.
Drew shows a nice little burst there.
I always thought Brett was an underrated, highly productive football player, running back for Liberty Center.
Corner, just a
hitter, kind of old school Liberty guy. Brother wasn't half bad, had a little speed to him.
Kurt maybe the fastest. Well,
but I will tell you who the baddest was. That was Andy.
Now give up there. Still on his feet. Jake Way pounds, drive. Look at him go. Boom, bang, boom. That footwork. Driving forward. Low center of gravity. And Jake Way with another scintillating run.
He runs hard, man.
I love this time because you get to see some of these younger sophomores and freshmen coming up in the future. These are names you're just going to continue to hear coming years of Liberty Center football.
Brady Badenhop, tight end over on the left. Give on a power, left side, slips through one, breaks another. They got running room out there now at the 30-yard line and finally brought down from behind around the 25. A 30-yard gain in the Liberty Center now into Otsego territory with just under 4 minutes left.
Turn on the film and put on Brett Silvas and tell me that doesn't look.
Yeah, you're right.
Got a little hint.
I think he's faster than Brett, though.
Yeah, but Brett was a hammer and could really cut. Ooh, Brett was good. Ooh.
This sophomore backfield's looking pretty nice.
I think so.
Give to Jake away again, cutting around. Now follows a good block. Now twists it up. Twins past one tackle. Pounding down inside the 15-yard line. Gain of 12 and another first down.
That's a Tom Mitchell grandson right there, right?
I believe, yeah.
Yes.
Brody
yes, it
Jake
is. You think they want to score? They got a little chip going, don't they?
Well, being it's the second unit,
they got some time here.
They're not throwing it. Still 3 minutes left. Howe under center. Give it up inside, number 15, Drew Silvas.
It's got to be fun for you, Spike, because you've seen the whole Silvis lineage
buddy,
play.
yeah.
Just,
Even Grandpa Silvis.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Dave was a darn good second baseman, by the way, besides a great football player.
I think he was a 71 grad. I said one time the 70 and 71 season, 70 was okay, 71 was not very good. He
Pitch
called
sweep
me.
now, Jake Way now
Good
cuts it
cut.
back up. Look at him cut to the outside.
Ooh.
Carries a tackler, picks up about 8 yards on the play. That's going to be close to another 1st and 10.
They're running back to the huddle and everything. They want to get a
score, baby.
score.
So Dave Silva says in 71 we were 5-4. Barrett, get it right. Like, okay, kind of fell off in 72 maybe, huh?
All right, Liberty Center comes out. Ball at the 6-yard line. 3rd down and 2. At the 6. Howe under center. Give. Second back through.
First down.
That was Silvis. And I don't know. They haven't marked it yet. I think he may be short. Yeah, short, less than a yard.
Are they going to kick a field goal?
They might.
They are.
It looks that way.
Tristan Grubal.
Yeah,
is the
Grubal,
kicker.
the soccer player.
Okay.
Yet another soccer player.
Number 88, Tristan Grubal, 5'10 senior. Perry the holder.
Hey, we've got 12 kids.
He snuck it in there.
No, we had 12 players up
He
there.
missed it.
Did he?
Yeah, wide right.
He's going to get another try, isn't he? Just moving 5 yards back. Try it again.
Grubal was hitting them pretty good in warm-ups. He doesn't maybe have the distance of Max, but he was straight and true.
We're going to get a drone's eye view of this.
Please report to the middle level of the press box. Would a Henry County Sheriff's deputy please report to the middle level of the press box?
So we're getting a bird's eye view here.
15, 17, 27-yard field goal attempt here by Grubal. Good snap, good hold, kick
Ooh,
on
that
the
looks
way.
like-
It's
Oh,
up.
he missed it left.
It's
No,
just faded to the left at the
Good
last
boot.
second. Wow,
good
he had
boot.
the height, he had the distance.
He
Tough
crushed
break.
that. He crushed that.
It's good leg. Really good leg.
Hey, stay with us as we take a short break. We'll get back into the Swanton Welding post-game show. The Man of Steel. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, there's some interesting candidates tonight.
Yeah,
I mean, there really has been. It's been you could look at some linemen. I think you could look at some snipers. You could look in the running back room.
Spike will have 17 kids, right?
Spike, can we keep it under 10? Spike, can we?
He had 7 nominees last
I'm going to give it to everybody that threw downfield blocks. How do you like that?
Colby Strayer had 1 last week. I was home taking some pain meds, and Colby's like, "I just had 1."
You're not gonna agree with me, Mr. Barrett.
Yeah.
She was right.
Well, Colby's home prepping for the Tiffin Carnival, so
Getting her
good
protein.
for her.
Getting her protein.
All right, little handoff up inside, and that's not going much of anywhere. Clock running now. 15 seconds left.
Angler.
That'll be
And
it.
I believe that'll be it. I don't think Otsego's in any hurry to try to get off another play.
The Liberty Center football team will be back in action next Friday night.
So the Liberty Center Tigers, as the clock runs out, hangs through some early game jitters, battled through, turned a couple turnovers into scores, and they come away very convincingly 40-0 over Otsego.
All right, we'll be back after this break, and we hear from our sponsors. We'll come back. We've got some scores, some interesting things happening out there score-wise, and then we'll be back with the Swanton Welding postgame show.
Hey, Tiger Sports fans, this 2025-26 Tiger Sports Live broadcast is brought to you by KK Collision, Meyer Badenhop Insurance, Affinity IT Group, P&L's Pizza, Ohio Asphalt Paving, Swanton Welding, Davis Farm Services, Holgate Metal Fab, Gerald Grain, Hill Asphalt, Mason Hill Construction, Engler Auctions, Dental Health Associates of White House in Sylvania, and Fessenden Hardware of Swanton.
This broadcast is copyrighted by Tiger Sports Live for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of Tiger Sports Live is prohibited.
Liberty, run that score high. Orange and black make them wonder why. Hit Liberty, show them what we got. Tigers on the prowl, we can't be stopped.
All right, we're back here as we're getting a bird's eye view of the team huddle. Coach Moeller in the middle there, chit-chatting. And it is the Swanton Welding post-game show. Guys, the Man of Steel. Cole, do we have the logo?
Yes.
This is our new Man of Steel. That'll go on
boy.
shirt. I shall call him Steely Dan.
Steely Dan.
Everybody over 30's out there laughing. Everybody under
Over
30's.
40. Over 40.
I don't know. Hey, 19.
Is that Michael Fagan, or what's his first name? Donald Fagan.
Donald Fagan.
Yeah, Steely Dan.
But it's the Swanton Welding Man of Steel. This logo is going to go on a Nike shirt for the boys that win the award. Clap won on week 1 at Sonora, and then last week
Gary Cruz.
Gary Cruz, the Man of Steel, here. So
We can do the Man of Steel first and get the numbers.
yeah, we'll come back with
in a
numbers
minute.
here. Our drone's repositioning. Wants to get a shot of this up front here. So
There's a number of really good performances here tonight. A number of them.
I gave Spike crap for having 7 names, but I could probably have a good 4 or 5. Isaac Orth stood out to me as a sniper that was just where he needed to be.
Yep, all
and
night.
And rightfully so, he didn't bend. I mean, how many plays did he make hard as steel out there and stayed in his position, fought off his block, did that. The other thing, I think Sonnenberg, Sonnenberg played, and give him credit, he's been out. His health hasn't been the best. And, Sonnenberg, I think, stepped up big time. So I'm gonna nominate those two for the Man of Steel.
Spike Whitman, the Swanton Welding Man of Steel. Who are your nominees tonight?
I liked Orth, and I really liked Sonnenberg.
Yes.
One other name, Max Walker, I thought did it again, a superlative job, both sides of the ball.
Yep.
He was just in the middle of every play. So I would say one of those 3 would have been my top.
So we'll
3.
go through the nominations and we'll come back and have to put our foot on the ground.
Because I'll have to think about it.
I'll go next and let Jig go last, and then we'll go around the horn, and we got to put our foot in the ground. Hey, Leighton Chambers, how are you, big boy? I loved Isaac Orth tonight. Jiggy said it. I said it 4 times. Spike was kind of into the pregame and into the first couple snaps, and Jig's like, "This is an Isaac Orth game." I'm like, you know what? He's right. And he goes out and has about an 8-tackle performance, and is in on a lot of football plays tonight. Exactly is to your description, Mark, where he needs to be. This was an assignment football defensive effort, and we did give some plays up. But then all of a sudden, we gave nothing up. And I think Isaac Orth was a big part of that. I love having Caden Sonnenberg back. He really shows up in the run game and the pass game. Really impressed with his performance. He's such a good tackler. He's such a good tackler. The guy that really, I think, is going to start becoming a bigger part of this football team in a lot of different roles is number 4, Tatum Murdoch.
Yeah.
He's a bad man. Yeah. Tatum Murdoch is a bad dude in that old Liberty Center style, and he did some things on special teams. You saw some big hits, and he just, as you always say, I always quote you now, Jigs. You're not quoting me. I'm quoting. He flashed on specials. And there's not such a thing as a last guy, but I'm kind of sick and tired of taking Kellen Weimer for granted.
I agree.
If you turn the film on, and we all do, and we watch these games, and it is just block after guy on their back after same thing with Spangler. These guys just destroy people. They don't just block you. And Kellen Weimer, of course, we have high expectations. He's a major Division I football prospect because of his size, his projectability. But he does a lot of basic fundamental things right. This isn't college football. We're still playing Division V high school football. I think Kellen Weimer was excellent the last 2 weeks, and I think he was really, really good tonight.
And he's a junior. Let's not forget that.
He is
very
Godzilla.
mature.
He is Godzilla in there. Hard to block, hard to handle. Jicko?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with most of you guys here tonight. Isaac Orth was great. You know, coming from the linebacker room last year, that's a guy that's used to playing around the line of scrimmage because he's used to coming downhill from the linebacker role. They moved him into that sniper where he's had to play into space a little bit more. But, man, he really flashed tonight in the line of scrimmage, played the run fantastic. Really liked what I saw from him. And then Caden Sonnenberg, his tackling ability, the way that he his closing speed on when he's coming down on a runner is really impressive.
Good tackle.
And he doesn't miss many tackles. He really doesn't. Like to see him there tonight. And, I think I agree with Weimer too. I mean, he's a guy you don't necessarily see on offense because his guy is just engulfed every single time.
You don't see his guy on defense.
Well, he just
erases that.
He does. And he's got a guy on his back pancaking. Same with Hunter Spangler. You know, both of those guys have been fantastic. Love it. But, I mean, if I'd have to go with one, I'm going to go – and another reason, Caden Sonnenberg, that's a guy that was not – you said it, Spike.
Yeah.
He was not feeling well. They weren't sure what was wrong with him. He thought maybe his season was potentially in jeopardy, and he's gotten back. So I'm going to go Caden Sonnenberg if I have to pick one.
Now, all right. Now this may not matter, but this morning at coffee out to Baden Hops.
Oh, the brain trust.
Sonnenberg actually comes in. And everybody, yucked it up with him and talked. And I said, Caden, can you whip your older brother can you whip his butt? Connor, he said, no problem. That's just having fun, but he's got that inside of him. Yep. He wants to succeed at the nth level.
He's a tough guy.
Yeah.
And him on the field with our first team defense is a big difference maker. Last week was he played a great game last week. Another good game this week. And just seeing him play brings a stability to the back end of this defense. So now we have to choose. We got to choose now.
And I'll tell you what, while we're adding the stats up or whatever, we're collecting that. Yeah, the other thing, the two things that I want to mention is the next man up thing. You know, when you have injuries and you have people go down that are key components to your defense, Foster.
Yeah. I agree.
All crew. You know, you got. I could name 5 or 6 names that we would all agree. All of a sudden, said, "I'm ready. Put me in, coach."
They're ready.
What's that song? Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
Ty Jackson.
Yeah, Ty Jackson.
Good snaps tonight. Yep.
You know, so that's the making of a good team. The other thing, and Scott, you talk about this all the time. Tonight, we saw Otsego march down the field in those first 2, 3, 4 drives with that, the quarterback, run option. We call it the Service Academy offense. The coaching staff have obviously made some adjustments. Went to the kids and say, you got to do your job. Stay in that lane. Protect your gap. So the coaching staff, I love the fact that, our coaching staff can look at things and they're not afraid to go, okay, hey, let's do something different. And then, we had a nice, plan, but we got to come up with a new plan.
Could you give Matt Bryan a nomination? I mean, it seemed like every game he just makes adjustments. He's got Ryan Miller up in the booth. He's got the smartest coaching staff around on the sidelines. You're not going to get away with a lot of things for a long time, and that's what happened tonight. We shut that inside run down, and the pitch just kind of fell apart. So let's award – I'll give the numbers at the very end. Let's award our man of steel, Spike. If you had to pick one, and this is the hardest thing of your life, picking one kid, who would you give it to
Well,
tonight?
it would be Orth or Sonnenberg.
You got to go with one.
I'm going to go with Sonnenberg. I had the star beside his name when we started, so I'm going to go with Sonnenberg, Caden Sonnenberg.
I'm going to go with Orth. I think Isaac Orth just stood tall.
Let me ask you, and you're the boss. Can you split the award? Because Sonnenberg and Orth, to me, were the stars of
agree.
this game, and I don't know.
All four of us consensed on those two.
I think I love you.
I'm in charge.
You're in charge.
We're doing it.
All right.
Two.
Caden Sonnenberg and Isaac Orth.
I think that's very fair. If you go back and look at film and you grade them out, they're not going to be very far apart, if at all.
So I couldn't choose. Like I heard Spike.
Now I have to change the man of steel to men of steel.
Well, you're a man of steel, and you're a man of steel.
You get a man of steel, and you get a man of steel.
The more men of steel, the better. And thank you, Norm Zeider and Swan Welding, for that. But those two players tonight for me, and Jigs, you're not going to disagree, I'm sure.
No.
Yeah, nope. I think that's a good. So our man of steel is Caden Sonnenberg and Isaac Orth, and I think
fellas.
well deserved.
Great job. Quickly, we'll get some numbers here before we say thank you to our support staff, and Spike takes us out. Liberty Center rushes for almost 400 yards, 396. Otsego rushes for 175, 144 in the first half, and that was the ball game. Garrison Cruz, big night tonight. 6 rushes, 99 yards. Thomas Muller, 7 rushes and 59 yards. Garrison with 3 touchdowns. Liberty Center was just dominant tonight. And just an impressive running game tonight. We didn't have to throw it a whole lot tonight. Caden Kreinbrink had an efficient night. I think he ended up the night 3 for 4 for 112 yards and a big touchdown pass.
When was the last time a Liberty quarterback was 100 yards in the first 3 games?
Well, I don't know. I think Caden Kreinbrink's going to put some records up. And there was some great Liberty Center quarterbacks, too. Liberty not penalized. Liberty Center did not have a penalty in the second half. Otsego did not have a penalty. A well-coached football team and over in Otsego's. We've talked about it. Craig Rutherford's got that thing going. In about a year and a half, you're going to see some big things from Otsego. Total first downs, Liberty Center 18, Otsego 13. And our leading tacklers tonight, we had some guys doing some work. Max Walker, again, double-digit tackles. Lonizak silently did his job all night long. He had 8 tonight. And, you just had a lot of guys contributing. But our snipers tonight stood out. Liberty dominated this game statistically, finally got a hold of it after the first quarter. But Jigs, that first quarter was interesting. Put that on film. There's vulnerabilities there, and you can take Liberty's defense and move them around and create some space. And Otsego did that several snaps tonight.
Yeah, that was a nice couple drives for Otsego early, and we talk about the adjustments, and it's hard telling exactly what that was. Was it a guy on a responsibility? Was it a guy moving over a half a hole?
Or was
I don't
it Eric
really
Weimer,
know.
Eric Weimer tearing somebody
Well,
apart
it could
to
be.
say,
It
do
could
your job.
be. But you continue to see this coaching staff, when there is shown signs of vulnerability, they are able to make an adjustments quickly, and then it's like it never happened again.
And Spike, conclusion, I mean, at the end of the day, you like what you saw. What stuck out the most to you?
I think our downfield blocking continues to be superior.
Yes.
I mean, you see 5 people downfield. That might have been the most impressive. And second most was the adjustments we obviously made to shut down Otsego after that first quarter. Think, whoa, here. They had momentum on their side. They had the clock on their side. And they gave us the first touchdown on a 20-yard field. But then our defense tightened, and we played the Liberty Center smash mouth football the whole game. And finally, it was just going to win out, even though, Otsego gave us something early, but it didn't matter. In the end, it was steamroll.
All right, we're going to get ready to get out of here. Join us next week. We'll be on the road at Swanton. And we'll have coverage over there probably around 6:30. We'll put that out on social media. But before we get out of here, I want to thank people. There's people in the background that help us do a lot of different things every single night that you don't hear, you don't see. Boom Boom Ballman back there, just the maestro.
A five-star maestro.
The maestro of the broadcast. We got Danny Kessler back there helping us.
Diamond Dan.
Triple D. DDK. Diamond Dan Kessler. Colton Bly on the drone tonight. First night out. We were trying it out. We'll see how it looks. Some people liked it. Some people didn't.
It's going to be a great addition.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great addition. We can do some highlights. We've got Zane Biederstedt up here running stats for us, man. That's important to us. Colby Strayer on the field. My new little favorite guy, and he's not really a little guy, is Colin Tamarine. He's joined us, and he's doing 7th, 8th, and 8th grade games with me. And, man, I want to talk about a pure joy to just watch him get excited about this stuff. So these are people you don't see here, whatever, they're all in the background. Marky Bly also down on the field taking her pictures and posting us. There's a few Bly names. It's kind of a family thing.
Were you going to thank Spike and Jigs and I? Or
no, they see you guys all the time.
Why do I not? I never get thanked. You ever get thanked? I never get thanked. Jigs, you don't get thanked.
I've renewed your contract at the same fees. Come on. No, but these are people you don't hear or you don't see. You hear Boom Boom every once in a while. We give them some crap. There's a lot of people in the background that help us out. And then finally, all of our sponsors. Man, we have just been so blessed with things.
Unbelievable.
The support from the community.
Very generous.
The drone stuff. None of this is cheap, guys. It isn't. But we try to be good stewards of what you give us and what the community allows us to do. So that's the end of my soapbox. Spike, let's go home. I'm hungry.
Hey, Tigers jumped out here in a battle of orange and blacks, and the Tigers make themselves 3-0 as they move along here, now heading into the league schedule. So tonight, after a few shaky bumps and bruises early on, the Tigers came together, steamrolled Otsego for the 40-0 win. So on that note, everybody, it's good night and good Tiger Sports.